Now what you in a rush for? What you trying to meet your maker, darling? Oh, you running out of time, huh? But time ain't even real. You really don't know what you in a rush for? What you trying to meet your maker, darling? Now what you in a rush for? What you trying to meet your maker, darling? Now what you in a rush for? Trying to meet your maker, darling. Oh, you're running out of time, huh? But time ain't even real. You really need to change. But time ain't even real. You really need to change. But time ain't even real. You really need to change. But time ain't even real. You really need to change. It's all an illusion. Now what you in a rush for? Trying to meet your maker, darling. Now what you in a rush for? Trying to meet your maker, darling. Now what you in a rush for? Trying to meet your maker, darling. Oh, you're running out of time, huh? But time ain't even real. You really need to change. But time ain't even real. You really need to change. But time ain't even real. You really need to change. But time ain't even real. You really need to change. It's all an illusion. Now what you in a rush for? Trying to meet your maker, darling. Now what you in a rush for? Trying to meet your maker, darling. Now what you in a rush for? Trying to meet your maker, darling. Oh, you're running out of time, huh? But time ain't even real. You really need to change. But time ain't even real. You really need to change. But time ain't even real. You really need to change. But time ain't even real. You really need to change. It's all an illusion. Now what you in a rush for? What you trying to meet your maker, darling? Oh, you running out of time, huh? But time ain't even real. You really don't know what you in a rush for? Trying to meet your maker, darling. Now what you in a rush for? Trying to meet your maker, darling. Now what you in a rush for? Trying to meet your maker, darling. Oh, you're running out of time, huh? But time ain't even real. You really need to change. But time ain't even real. You really need to change.
Yeah. Ooh, we not finished yet. Let's get them. No, we not. Mic check on two. Take note, we be soaring higher than a float boat. Spaceship touchdown, I just stepped out in my big coat. We be blowing big smoke, your lungs weak, you gon' choke. Serving up this dog food, my rhymes, they be so dope. My mind is a treasure box, handsome looking silver fox. Table manners class while I'm sipping Remy on the rocks. You can hate, but give me props. This right here will never stop. County King music is food, it'll hit the spot. Chef, he be cooking up, me I'm PG fried. You should tune into the channel, it's called Smitty's Corner Live. Go. Listen, go, listen, go. Yeah, we sliding through when you know we got that medicine. PG representatives, please tell me who be better than us. Yeah, us. Yeah, we sliding through, and you know we got that medicine. PG representatives, please tell me who be better than us. Yes. You know. Listen. Yeah. 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 Here we go. Y'all really thought this was over? Nah. I think we need to talk to show you how we still do it. Let's go. Take note, we be soaring higher than a float boat. Spaceship touchdown, I just stepped out in my big coat. We be blowing big smoke, yo long sweet you gon' choke. Serving up this dog food, my rhymes they be so dope. My mind is a treasure box, handsome looking silver fox. Table manners class while I'm sipping Remy on the rocks. You can hate but give me props, this right here will never stop. County King music is food, it'll hit the spot. Chef, he be cooking up, me I'm PG fried. You should tune into the station, it's called Smitty's Corner Live. Go. Listen, yeah, we sliding through, and you know we got that medicine. PG representatives, please tell me who be better than us. Yeah, we sliding through, and you know we got that medicine. PG representatives, please tell me who be better than us. All right. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What are we talking about today? Oh man, we are talking about a number of things. I'll cam up with you guys in a second. You all just give me a moment. And definitely, I appreciate everybody for tuning into Smitty's Corner. Much respect to you all. So, what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and get us kicked off. Let's go ahead and get everything kicked off because you already know, like, I always have to have something, right? Like, I just got to be able to have those moments in time where, you know, we just, I don't know what the hell that was, but anyway, um, I got to have those moments in time where we just go ahead and just like kick this real quick, right? But we're going to talk about some things. There's a couple things we're going to go ahead and tap in on today. All right now. So this is the quick midday live. We're going to go ahead and get things kicked off just in case, football season being over the whole nine. So we're just going to go ahead and tap in on a few things. So uh before we get started, um I would like to go ahead and make sure that we make a quick public service announcement. And this public service announcement is brought to you by Yeezy. And apparently there is something that he has to tell us that we all need to be very, very mindful of. And I'm going to be honest with you, what he's talking about, I'm actually in a lot of ways, like I'm very much so right on page with him. But it's who he's speaking about, right? It's who he's speaking about and what he's speaking about that brings about the most that I say, you know what? I think I need to reevaluate everything that's going on. So we're going to start off with this. This is what we're starting off with before we get everything kicked off, okay? Because you know how I do. I'm going to ease us into this. So let's go ahead and talk about a few things today. And I thank you all for tuning in to Smitty's Corner. The time right now would be 4:25 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. All right, let's go ahead and get to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up. So let's listen because apparently, all right. So look, this is what I just found out that happened. So what I found out that happened is this. This is what I found out. I found out somehow or another, Yeezy is going around
helping the downtrodden. Okay. All right. So let's take our time. Let's sit back and let's watch. Uh, let's see exactly who he's helping.
Free advertising.
All right. So hold on. So they sitting on the ground. I'm lost right now. All right. So who was Kanye? All right. So hold on. Yeezy's getting ready to help who? And who's this guy sitting on the ground with a chicken box?
We're gonna record the wrong thing. Take a seat next to him. Take a seat next to him. Enjoy that food. Enjoy that. Take a seat next to him, brother.
I know y'all thinking I'm going through something right now, and I got back.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Down. Hold up. Don't hurt him now. Don't hurt him. Ooh, don't hurt him. I know that nigga high. When isn't he high? Sunkiss. When isn't that man high? Let's go ahead and keep on listening, because this is crazy. I'm just saying, who's he helping?
Bags under my eyes. But I just saw a video of Kodak, and I wouldn't want nobody to like do an intervention on me. That's why I want to put this video up, because y'all might think, oh man, Ye really going through right now. Somebody need to go get him.
Yeah, ever since you ran up on the stage with what's her name? What's the white girl name when he said Beyonce had the better album? Ever since you ran up on the stage that day with a bottle of Hennessy and zigzags carved into your fade, we already knew something was wrong. We already knew. We been knew, bruh. Nobody's ever been shocked. As a matter of fact, I think most of us would say this is one of your milder moments. Let's just really keep this all the way 1,000. All right, let's keep on rocking out. And with that being said, I digress my mind. Taylor Swift, thank you very much. Taylor Swift. Yeah, when he ran up on stage and said, I think Beyonce has the better album with a bottle of Hennessy.
Oh, yo, go take his Twitter and stuff like that. But I'm just telling you calmly.
Ambiance. My bad.
That I am in a good space. I'm really in a positive space. It's cathartic. I got my ideas out. That's all that happened. And that was very freeing for me. And it's worth everything. It was worth everything to do that. So let's start there. Now I've seen this video, my brother Kodak, and I feel a call, and he's actually wearing this Donda chain. And it's not just because he's wearing a chain, but it's like how he's sitting here wearing this chain, unless something's saying to go and get my brother. And I thought about it before. I was like, man, I should go down to Miami. Maybe I could be the person that could make a difference. And that's what I'm about to do right now. Okay, so I thought Kodak.
See, this is what I'm talking about, right? So I'm going to say it. All right. So we going to talk about this. All right. So look, Yee. Let's go ahead and talk about it real quick, my G. Okay. So, how many times now have we seen this man in such a state of disarray? And is it by his own doing, or is it just like the forces of evil just seem to have a hold on him? Some people may say it is. But no, seriously. When we're talking about you going, like, everything you have, the influence, the money, everything you have, and you're sitting here telling us you're going to try to go and use all of your influence and everything you have to go save and Kodak Black from sitting on the ground and doing this shit. Let me go ahead. You know what? I had to catch myself. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get to the comments. I promise you. But real quick, I gotta do one of these because I'm not about to have that man get me out of character. I've been doing real good. Right. I feel better. Yeah, I feel better. All right. That right there did it for me. Okay. So now that we are back in Wusa mode, let's go ahead and listen to exactly what's being said right now. Make sure I got my music not too loud. 1 second, please. All right, so let's go ahead and get back to it. So you want to help him in this state. So let's go ahead.
Don't want nobody to like do it. Yeah, he really going through right now. Somebody need to go get him. Oh, yo, go.
No, somebody needs to go get Kodak, but not you. All right, let's keep going.
Take his Twitter and stuff like that. But I'm just telling you calmly that I am in a good space. I'm really in a positive space. It's cathartic.
Oh, let me real quick. Hey man, salute. What's going on? Y'all make sure y'all go over there, man. Support E Black, man. E Black, I mean, I haven't seen you do anything in a bit, but you know, y'all make sure y'all go over there, put a subscribe on this channel, push a couple likes on a few random videos just for the hell of it. You smell me not? Support our own because we are all that we got. What you say about Easy? Easy can kiss your what? Oh, okay, I see you now. All right, so here we go. He said R. Kelly. Well, hold on, Sunkiss. Let me ask you a question. Should R. Kelly be? Listen. Should he be behind bars for life? That's all I want to know. Should he? I'm not advocating for the man to get out. I'm just saying, should he be in jail for life? That's what. Are you serious? Talk your sh. What you mean he should? So hold on. You know how many of these the others who have done things more horrific and they get out? They walking around. You know, they got whole communities set up for the others who have done things way more horrific and they're out. Nah. We gonna go ahead. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, let's talk about it. Now I need to know why he got to be locked up for life when we got the others who do the same thing, son kids. Now, I'm not glorifying any of these activities. You already know my position. They all can rot in the lake of fire, in my opinion. But I'm just saying, while having some form of respite here on earth, why is it that the others get respite, but our own should be like buried under there for forever and a day until Judgment Day? You tell me.
The only reason why the others is not getting it is because they have the power. That's the only reason. And just because the others get away with it, don't mean he should. Them women, a lot of them women ain't gonna never recover. They got to live with it for the rest of their life. So fuck his life.
No, I agree with that because I'm a father of a daughter, and nothing's like that ever happened to my daughter, Lord forbid. But as one who can already put himself in that picture position to think like, yo, what if? Lord forbid. Absolutely. So I get you on that. Like, I mean, as far as where your sentiment can come from. I'm not a woman, but as the father of one who's becoming a woman, yeah, I definitely can get with that sentiment. Now, but again, I'm really asking. See, I said the others have done that too. And somehow or another, they get respite. So if he was advocating for this man to get some form of respite, should he not get it?
No.
Okay.
And Jeffrey Epstein ass is dead. So
Okay.
he ain't do too much respite. His ass finna go up the river too far.
I ain't mad at you. All right, let's get back to the video. Let's get back to it. All right, I digress. My mic is muted. That's what I love right there. You come up here and talk your shit. Talk your shit. I ain't mad at you. Let's do it.
I got my ideas out. That's all that happened. And that was very freeing for me, and it was worth everything. It was worth everything to do that. So let's start there. Now, I've seen this video, my brother Kodak, and I feel a call, and he's actually wearing...
So let me ask you this, Sunkiss. Is this the first video of Kodak looking like a dope fiend as a celebrity in public?
This is the first time I've seen it. I ain't never seen him look like that before.
Ever seen
But-
him look like that before?
No, but I don't really pay that much. I can't tell you nothing about Kodak Black. I don't know nothing about that man.
Man, stop playing with me right now. Stop playing with me right now. Stop playing with me.
I'm so serious. I can't tell you nothing about it. So if that's some regular stuff, I wouldn't know. I don't know. I can't even name you a Kodak Black song. I don't know nothing about that man.
You ain't never... Okay, so... Okay. You ain't never seen it? Okay. So hold on. We just gonna go down the line, Sunkiss.
Okay.
Hold on. We just... Okay, you've never seen it. Never.
No, I don't know nothing about that man.
Yeah, I don't listen to him. But
Fucking niggas in the world, man, and they just go around and told the same motherfucker you feel like, oh, this nigga never what you call it. Now what?
as much weed as I smoke, you ever seen my eyes be that damn dragon? Hold on, we ain't done.
How you feel about it? How you feel about it yet?
That
You gotta know it.
my boy got that's a running with
Come on,
that
man.
cheese.
Come on, man.
Hold on, I'm gonna go to the main one. Bump all of that. Where that at, man? I'm gonna go to the main one. Hold on. Watch this. Where that at, man? Ah, shit, you not. I swear they better have it up here. They got a video. And see, I had it. I had that damn video.
Oh wow.
Hey, but hold on. But wait, read the comments.
You good. Kodak, what the fuck? Fentanyl. You out loud, bro.
Thank you. That's an inbox. That's inbox all day. That's inbox. That's sippy cup. That's inbox and sippy cup. Probably done snorted a little something too. Why? Because I come from these elements. I know what these niggas look like in my face in real life. I've seen it. I know what it looks like. I know what these niggas look like nodding off. Now watch what happens. Read it. Read the comments. That ain't healthy. That ain't healthy for them. Y'all laughing. All right.
Why me Kodak? Fentanyl.
No. One more.
Throughout his career, Kodak Black has experienced
Nah, I ain't doing that dumb shit. Hold on. I got this last one right here. This nigga was, I mean, when I say tripping, I mean, he was tripping. Hold on. Where that shit at?
I hope you can find it. I want to see this.
Right here.
I wonder if he went to go help him.
If Kodak doesn't get help, we are gonna lose him. Things are getting bad. As this all started with a new viral clip of Kodak eating chicken in the middle of the road, looking strung out.
The wrong thing. Take a seat next to him. Take a seat next to him. Enjoy that food. Enjoy that. Take a seat next to him, brother.
Is that not the same thing we do to the pipe heads around the way? Hey,
I don't know.
hey,
I don't treat
you
people like this.
You out in that back chat. Go ahead with this. Son can stop playing, man. You out in the back chat, shout. But not real talk though. Like seriously, in the hood, is that not what the young niggas do? Find out like
people
find
be
like
fucking with the crackheads all the time.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Throw them like a little 50.
Well, they not crackheads no more. So I don't know.
No.
The drug addicts.
Yeah, no, but see, this is the point that I'm making. Have we not seen that they throw them a little something, get them to do some tricks? You see what I'm saying? They come up, they got their phone out, they bidding on they bidding off of right?
Yeah.
You deal. Like, so all I'm saying is in this moment right now, the only thing that is saving him is his name in the industry and what, like, you know, what he has on. Like, you can see, okay, he does got something. That's it. If he looked exactly how he looked and he had on a dusty gray hoodie and some faded black jeans that's wide at the bottom with no socks and some like house slippers on, and he was ashy, we would not look at this circumstance the same way. Now, I think we need to just be real about that. You see? So that's what I'm starting us off with right here. So let's get it.
Oh, hold on, please. I want to be better. Bro, I want to do that, bro. I want to be down here.
You see this shit? Now, you know the last time I seen this, son, Kiss?
When?
The last time I seen this? I'm going to show you last time I seen this. Watch this. I'll show you. Right here. Right here. This was the last time I seen that shit was right here.
Man, you got some money or not? Oh man, come on, man. Hook me up this time. Nigga, you crazy. Hook you up. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Check this out, man. I got these burgers, man. They some double cheeseburgers.
Nigga, I just ate.
Man,
Man, I just ate, fool. I don't want no motherfucking cheeseburger. If you ain't got no money, you just asked out.
Call this motherfucker.
Yo, dog, hurry up!
Fuck.
Come on, man. Wait, man. Man, I'll suck your dick. Come on, man. Just hook me up.
Yep. That was the last time I seen that.
What movie is it?
Menace to Society.
Oh, okay. It's been a long time.
Long time. But my point is, that was the last time I seen that. A nigga, see, back when I was coming up, when niggas act like how Kodak acting now, that's who they were around the way. That's who they were. See, like, we get shit all switched up and flipped, and we get to think. 1 second. We get to thinking that everything is all like, you know, because somebody got the bag, and that's my main point. We get to really thinking and saying to ourselves, if you got the bag, good look. If you got the bag, then, you know, don't mind everything else. He's still got whatever he got going on simply because he has a bag, and that's the saddest part about it. But now we good on that. You want me to let the rest of that video play out before I get to the next one?
I don't need to see it.
Yeah, I don't need to see. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get to it. Let's go ahead and do this, and I thank everybody for tuning in. The time right now is 4:46 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. You want to help me finish out the last bit of this segment I'm doing? Want me finish it up? All right, bet. Because you know what? I'm actually glad you're up here because I get a chance to get a women's perspective from it as well. You know,
wow.
I don't like to talk for y'all. I'd rather ask you what a woman thinks about something before I just bust out and assume things. So let me go right here. Bow. Here we go. So now, here we go. I am going to go back just a little bit, okay? So I'm going to go back about shit. So listen, all of this whole thing, this whole discussion is about, because I've been talking about it and I absolutely love it. We're talking about online dating advice when it comes to like people who really base what they're going to do in their relationship on people who just get online and talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we gonna really do this, right? So watch this. So this is the main part. All right, so boom. I just want to make sure that we're there. So let's listen. Tap in when you're ready.
To be the logical.
The sound went out.
Marriage, I would not say I'm a marriage mentor per se. I would say I'm a teacher of relationship skills. That's what my school platform is all about. So I ask people to come in, and every week they get a lesson, and then we have a live meeting and we talk about the homework from the lesson. So that's what I consider myself to be. I consider myself to be a relationship.
What?
Now, hold on. Now I'm gonna tell you. So you obviously haven't seen. I'm gonna tell you right now. Sun Kiss on some real, right? Sis right here, she on one. As far as she on fire, she is on fire. I love her concepts and how she thinks as a woman. I know her right here. She's more scientifical with it. So basically, they're trying to talk about why you should listen to some people and why you shouldn't. They're talking about dating gurus. So basically, it's basically like this: can single relationship coaches be trusted? That's it. Can you trust these dating coaches online? All their little memes and their little shorts they do. Should that be the determining factor in how you move in your relationship? Let's go.
Scientist. I have more of a clinical perspective, and I teach people healthy relationship tools and skills, things that we know based on data that actually work. So that's my perspective. I find it interesting that in the African-American community, that's the only community that asks me my relationship status.
Wow.
No one else.
And like I said, because in most other communities, two-family households is more normalized. Do we have them? Absolutely. I live in a community that is filled of them. But we're not the majority when we're talking about Black communities.
Else asked me that question.
Why
do you think that is?
Because we see, we think that means something. In our culture, we believe that means something. That if a woman specifically is married and has been married a long time, that we make that mean something. And I'm not saying it means nothing. However, they are willing to forego my clinical training. They're willing to forego all of the hard work that I've done to learn about relationships. They forego 57 years of living and being in relationships, being married, dating.
Yeah.
You know, they throw all that out. So I just find that.
Who want to listen to your education? Nobody give it. You couldn't apply it to yourself. So why we gonna listen to anything you got to say?
Oh shoot! So hold on. The whole apply it to yourself factor. So okay, we really gonna get into it now. So you saying that you have to apply it, huh? All right, let's go. You gotta apply it. Let's do it.
That interesting that in our community, there's always that question.
Wow, you know, and it's
That's an
interesting because
perspective, yeah.
I think I'm also that guy. As somebody who is now, you know, kind of in this pre-engagement phase of life, where I've been, you know, really seriously trying to find answers, prep my life, and prepare for this next level of my life. I've always, I can't really take the single culture seriously personally, if I'm being honest. Only the guys, men and women mostly, but mostly men as well, have been the people I've seriously consulted with. You know, shout out to, you know, Tar. I announced prior that Tar actually, I worked with her on a pre-engagement basis, but my serious and personal conversations have all been with married men, mainly because that's what I see myself become.
How do you feel about when they say married men should not, men should not try to give women advice and women should not try to give men advice? What is your thoughts on that? Let's
We
start.
talking about like on social media, you know, man's level.
Yeah, like, you know, just
Yeah,
like,
I just think all these people need to shut up. Like, really, all of them need to shut up. Like, most of them talking ain't qualified to speak. It be too many single people trying to tell people how to get in a relationship. They can't get their own self in a relationship. Shut up.
Okay.
Most married people is not sitting up here trying to tell you nothing about your relationship. Because, number one, especially ones that's been married for a while, in 2 decades of marriage, I'm not fit to go get in nobody's relationship business and start trying to tell them nothing, because I know that there are intricacies of relationships that don't nobody know about but the two of them. That's number one.
Okay.
Number two, no relationship is the same. Now, I can offer you advice on a personal level, but to just get up here, this is how you conduct yourself in a relationship, I'm not fit to do that. That's ignorant. And that's what these people do. And they all just get on my damn nerves. Like her talking about some tools to have relationships. Girl, if you didn't learn how to interact with people when you was in primary school, then you just throw the whole person away. This is stupid.
All right, let's get back to the video. Let's see what we got on this one right here.
Jump in and give our thoughts on this, because I got some married folks on the panel. You know, I got single. Kojo already introduced himself as well. I want y'all to all jump in here and give me a take on this one. I mean, do you guys, because right now we're talking to our community. We're talking to our community of people, everybody that's in the chat right now, close to 1,700 people. Mostly, I can imagine many of them want to improve their relationship lives. They'll be looking
this privately in Florida, minding my own business. The reason why I came out and start doing a podcast
about, you know, relationship coaches that might be single, and whether or not.
That was an accident, by the way, y'all. I apologize. I was hitting them out. I was trying to click them out. So I'm sorry.
They should be where they should stand in the space as being qualified to give advice.
Now, that's the main thing. People like, what they're basically, the topic is, if you're not married, if you're not in a successful relationship currently, you should not be allowed to talk about relationships. If you are not married, you should not talk about marriage. That's right. All right. So I'm just giving you more of a little, and I want you to tap in.
If you like marriage, you ain't got no business speaking about marriage. You don't have no idea what you talking about.
Really now? Let's listen.
You have no idea.
All right, so let's listen to what they got to say. All right, no, I want you to tap in further. Let's go.
I'm gonna come back around because I have actually, went to school, got my degree in counseling as well, and also being a wife, like I said, for 19 years, I have a different take on a lot of things. I think it's up to the individual and what they're really trying to achieve, because anybody on this panel, based upon what they said, can give some good relationship advice. I think it's what that person, that client is comfortable with. I had, been doing great in my practice privately in Florida, minding my own business. The reason why I came out and started doing a podcast is because I kept seeing or hearing in the counseling space the same issues, the same lack of skill sets, the same lack of understanding in relationships, not actually going in. The issue is not always bad people, it's a lack of skills. They just don't have them.
So this goes back to what it is that I've been speaking about. As far as I notice on these panels, it's a whole bunch of people that do lack the skills to truly give the information needed for those who are genuinely listening to learn, to find love, to find their place in life when it comes to their respect, when it comes to their place in life, when it comes to being a husband or wife. Do you believe that majority of these panels are more filled with people who are unqualified to speak about the topic than those who are? Let's start there.
Yes, most of these people are unqualified to talk about anything.
Okay, let's keep on going. But why? No, I'm gonna get you to
can
unpack
tell
that.
from the way that they be talking that they don't know what the hell they talking about. And so many times I done sat on them panels and not said nothing. Just sit there and listen to them people.
Right.
And I could just tell you ain't in no relationship. There's no way you're in a relationship. The way you're speaking indicates that you're not in a relationship, because you couldn't talk to nobody in no relationship that way and have a healthy relationship.
Sun kiss. There are quite a few that I notice come up and they be like, I'm married, but they scream on the women every day.
That's a new breed. Them new, and then you also got to understand that if you know the origins of like the manosphere space, the manosphere didn't used to allow married men around. If they found out you was married, they would shun you. And so now they being accepted and they be getting up here acting a fool. A lot of them dudes, they wives don't even know they be on this internet doing the shit that they do.
Wow. Let's listen more.
And I think a lot of people, to me, sometimes, not anybody here, the podcast can be more about entertainment and opinion, but not practical skills to teach people.
I gotta hit her with it one more again for the win before I fast forward. I'm just getting you caught up, and I'm going right back to where I was because I got another video. She did that.
Those that work in the clinical field, we're actually coaching people, doing workshops. I have a wives boot camp because I don't want to come out and just be a talking head saying you should do this, you should do that. I tell the women, come into a workshop because I actually have to walk you through a change of perspective about what it means to be a wife. I have to explain to them some of the things that I have been through as a wife and skill sets I had to take on and things I had to do to be successful. So you have the talking heads, and then you have those of us who are actually willing to do the work and teach. Your podcast, unless you're talking to somebody one-on-one or you have a class with actual curriculum, you're just entertaining. And so
what's your take on that?
I agree. Like all the conversations are discussed in this blanket thing. There's no room for nuance. And like a lot of times when people are looking for relationship advice, you got to get into the nuance. As they say, the devil is in the details. And then why would you decide that this open forum is the place for people to get out here and discuss this type of shit. That's personal. It shouldn't be that way. And you can't have real conversations. And when you do try to have real conversations, most of the time you getting cut off. You can't finish saying what you're saying because these people got their opinion about how they feel things should go instead of listening for understand. It's a mess. I can't stand it.
Nah, you right there with it. No. You hit on a few gems. You let a few gems drop from the bucket. You did, definitely.
For those who are trying to get actual skill sets and be successful in their marriages and relationship, it goes beyond just somebody who's talking. So that's the only thing I say is the responsibility is on the person who comes out here and says they're an expert. What are you doing? What is the product you're giving? Are you actually walking people to a space, or don't call yourself an expert? Just say, y'all, we starting some conversations.
That's it. Hey, y'all, we just rapping. Don't you know how even people who actually know what they're saying, even still, if it look, Sunkiss, we not licensed, right?
No.
Listen, watch this. Us not being experts in, let's say, health, nutrition, right? But we know some health, nutrition facts. How many times have you heard somebody bust out and have to say, I'm not a health professional expert or whatever. I'm not a licensed psychiatrist, but, right?
Right.
Exactly. Like, folks who really do this even know, like, let me make it clear, because they know the algorithm and people can pick them up and take them as if, no, you really are that. But whole T, that's not the case. Let's keep going. Yeah, see, I like how she broke it down. Now I'm going fast forward the way we were. We going fast forward the way we were. All right, so let's go the way we were, because this right here, hold on, I gotta get back to what we talking about. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, let's get to it. Hold on. I just gotta find my place. I apologize, y'all.
That Kojo gave a young man, like, hey, you better not be out here having sex with these women unintentionally. You can't be out here doing that. This crazy exposure. I'm gonna break it down to him practical. It ain't gonna even be very. I can practically tell you why you don't need to be out here having a bunch of sex. But hey, here's the thing: if you gonna be stupid and make a crazy decision, you better at least do this. I really don't think there's anything wrong with that. And let me know in the chat.
So somebody gonna say.
So listen, Sunkiss, main man in the middle. I don't know his name, but apparently, you're gonna hear about it being talked about. Apparently, he's been with his girlfriend. I mean, his lady, respectfully. He's been with his lady for 8 years. He's not married. They're still just, I guess people will call it shacked up, but he is very successful in teaching men on marriage. And there are a couple people up here who are like, he's tripping. What are your thoughts on that before I push play?
I think that's insane.
You'll hear more.
I think that's insane.
You'll hear more.
People love the blind leading the blind, and people be listening. It's stupid.
Uh-huh. Let's go ahead and listen.
So you teaching your son how to sin. the best way to sin.
I mean, it's really crazy. I'm shocked.
You're being practical. I have 3 daughters, and I talk to them like, you're going to college, God's ordained way. But also, if you fall, like, I do tell them that, because they are young people, and the devil is busy. So to warn somebody, because I don't want my daughters getting abortions, and a lot of Christian women have done that because of the way they were treated by their family. They were in college, they had unprotected sex, they got pregnant, and they got abortions, so their family wouldn't know because of the shame. And I had to tell my daughters, and they're young, and I said, don't ever do that. I will always love you. If you find yourself in a situation, you bring my grandchild home. So we're having to have these conversations, because it's just.
Would you say the same thing to your daughter? You there, son?
Not to hide a pregnancy.
Well, the whole aspect of if it all fails, bring my grandbaby here.
I don't. I'm gonna tell her do what she want to do.
For real?
I don't have a problem with abortion.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Expand.
I'm pro-choice. I've always been pro-choice. Now, I've never had to go down and rap because I took care of my womb, but I don't. I don't. If a woman don't feel like she can be a mother,
if you know, yeah, if it's a bad circumstance, you're basically saying that you do see it's better to not bring in.
I don't care what the circumstance is. I don't care if she got a good career, making good money and all that. If she don't feel like she can be a mother, I'm not gonna tell her she should be.
Now, hold on, son, kid. Now we gotta talk. Yeah, we gotta talk. Family. Okay, hold on, son, kids. Are you ready, first of all, for this discussion? Because we about to have one.
Let's get it.
All right, let's get it. You ready? So let's go.
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, let's go. All right, look, fam. So you believe in the word, right?
Yep.
All right, here we go. So we're gonna start there. So do you believe, just to start it off, we're just gonna sprinkle before we pour. Do you believe that the laws of pro-choice and the word go hand in hand?
Yes.
Rock out. Now expand.
By nature of design. When a woman becomes pregnant, don't nobody know but her and God.
No, wait. What the word says about child deletion in the womb.
Where? Please direct me to that scripture because I ain't never seen it.
Listen. It's all right. So I'm gonna have to look it up. I gotta do that because we're gonna have to do it. All right, so hold on, because I'm about to go. I'm one of them. I will. I surely will. Because we're gonna have this talk. So listen. So what I know, if I'm not mistaken, and I generally do not speak on things I'm not hip to, I'm going to figure out where it is, but I know for a fact somewhere it speaks about that not being there. Are you sure?
I'm positive.
It's nowhere in there it says that. Okay, so hold on. Let's type this in. If I'm wrong, I'm going to, hey, I got to stand on that. Hold on. Nah, I'm going to type it in my phone. I'm going to just go to my phone. I'm going to just go to Google. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. I got to type this in. All right, so, hey, hold on. Hey! Shh. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. I got to excuse me. I'm trying to clean my bathtub so I can take a bath.
Yeah, let's finish this conversation before you do that.
No, we can do it.
Okay, all right, bet. I don't want you taking a bath while we having a conversation like this. Let's go.
Nah, I know that freak y'all out. I wouldn't do that to you.
Yeah. Like, yeah. But you still family though. You family. Let's go ahead and do it. So I'm gonna type this in. So hold on. Agree. Man. Hold on. Okay, so boom. Let's go ahead and pull this up. Okay. All right, right here. All right, so hold on. See, this is what I hate, man. Hold on. I'm gonna type it in on here. Bump that.
What?
No, because like it's acting stupid. Nah, because we going.
Oh.
All right, so let's talk about it. All right, here we go. Here we go. Huh. All right, boom. Let's go. Hold on. Here we go. You ready, Sunkiss? Now, I mean, I'm just pulling something up. Let's see what we got. Let's just try. Let's try.
Anti-choice Christians don't know that in the Bible, God quite literally instructs abortion. So let's turn to the good book, shall we? I have two. So in Numbers chapter 5, God instructs that if a man suspects that his wife has been unfaithful, he is to take his wife to a priest. The priest is to bring his wife before God and give her a bitter water. It even tells you how they made the water. Now keep in mind that all of this is performed right in front of God and instructed by him. You can pause to read, but down here, may this water that brings a curse enter your body so that your abdomen swells and your womb miscarries. If she's made herself impure and been unfaithful to her husband, this will be the result. When she is made to drink the water that brings a curse and causes a bitter suffering, it will enter her, her abdomen will swell, and her womb will miscarry, and she will become a curse. If, however, the woman has not made herself impure, but is clean, she will be cleared of guilt and will be able to have children. That is a forced abortion. Don't you dare tell me I'm taking that out of context.
Oh, hell no! 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 Oh, hell no!
Numbers 5 has become the go-to passage to try to show that the Bible is actually pro-abortion, but it doesn't work for two reasons. First, while I appreciate her quoting from the Bible to make her case, there's actually a disagreement among Bible translators over how this text should be translated. Notice she has two Bibles, but she only read from one, the New International Version. I think I know why. You see, the majority of Bibles do not translate those verses that way. Virtually every other Bible translation, including the New Living Translation that she held up in the video, make no mention of a miscarriage. That's because most Bible translators think the thigh falling away or the womb shriveling is a more accurate rendering of the original Hebrew. They also think that expression is describing barrenness, not miscarriage. That's why if she's innocent, the text says she should be able to have children. By contrast, if she's guilty, she won't be able to have children.
Sunkiss.
What?
Yeah, people misquoting, and I talk about it all the time.
Yeah,
And then-
but there's no mention of abortion in the Bible.
No. Wait a minute. Everything in this whole discussion was about. Now you can go and pull up many things that speak about how, yes.
No, there's no mention of abortion in the Bible. At all.
Okay. All right, listen. Okay. All right. It's a problem in Houston. Maybe we can get it settled somewhere in San Antonio or Dallas. Listen, I got you. This is all I'm saying. All right. So let's just get this all cleared up. Okay. Everything that happens today, I want you to really think about it. What is it that really takes place today that is not in some form or fashion of a historical text? I want you to think of anything that takes place today that has not been mentioned in historical text outside of dinosaurs. Don't play with me, Sunkiss.
Abortion is not mentioned in the Bible.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Old and new.
Old and new. There will be people that will take scriptures and say and try to apply it, but there is no direct mention of abortion in the Bible.
There's no direct mention of a lot of things in the word.
That's because there's people making up.
But people apply to it.
People make up. They want to apply what the Bible says to their own personal moral standard.
Sunkiss, watch this. You ready? I'm gonna blow your mind. Guess what? In the Bible, I do know for a fact there is one place where it says it is not permissible to eat of that is of split hooves, as in swine. Right. Now wait, somehow or another, folks use a verse that goes, "Is not what enters the body," and that's why they eating a bacon egg sandwich. My point is, the Bible also does not say it is permissible to eat of swine, but yet, okay, no, hold on, it clearly says that, but for some reason, I just be wondering. You see, so I get you.
So
All I'm saying
when
is
you
no. To land it real quick, and I want you to go ahead to land it. What I'm saying is, I get what you're saying as far as people do pick and choose, and that's the worst thing you can ever do. When you take that word and you have to take it for everything that it is, or you have to leave it alone for everything that it consists of, and that's all that I'm saying. Go ahead, rock out, sis. My bad about that.
no worries. Even with that scripture, if you continue to go on through the Testament, I believe it was Paul, I believe, that had a dream that he got from God, where they said not to eat of the swine, and it says, "Don't call anything that I've created unblessed," and that's why people can eat that now. If you continue, so when it comes to the topic of abortion, there's no direct mention of abortion. The closest you're gonna get to it is "thou shalt not kill." It's the closest you're gonna get to it. And if you want to spin it that way, that's the way to spin it. I personally don't see that as murder. It's just me.
I'm not mad at that. Like, I love it. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to make sure that we knew that, again, like you said, it's nuances to these things. Man, it's always going to be so many different angles and how we look at these things and all of that. You smell me now? So I just want to say that I get you on that part at least. But I think we need to remember it's a lot more depth to it than what we think about. And all I'm saying is that even with the word, I say it all the time, the word is not incorrect. How people interpret the word and who you learn from can lead you astray. Right. That's all. That's it. The word is exactly intact. Even in English form, it's still intact. Is there things missing? We know this. But is it intact what's there? Yes. Does everybody know how to interpret it? No. Are there those who do? Yes. Let's keep going.
They had an abortion because of the religion and the issues that they faced, the condemnation. They've never told their parents that they aborted a child in college or when they were in their 20s. And I just think that's incredibly sad. So I'm having conversations with my daughter because I don't want them to feel that way.
Yeah. I think one of the biggest things, thank you, Kojo, for being so practical, transparent, because what's happened to a lot of people by the time they get to me, they've experienced so much shame. So what people do is the shame and guilt where
I heard it's a whole lot in that. You know what? That's, hey, listen. All I'm going to say is this is a one-seater, ma'am. This is a one-seater. All right. That was my thought first. Copywritten.
they don't believe that they deserve the relationship they want. They don't believe they can have it because somebody who acted as though they were perfect, who acted like they had never done anything wrong, who acted as though their slate was completely clean and made them feel like they were less than. So I appreciate that, Kojo, because by the time they get to me many times, I have to recondition a whole new thought process, a whole new mindset, and reprogram their subconscious mind. So I love the idea of what you're doing.
There you have it. Wow. I guess that's why we haven't. It's very interesting for us as me and Ryan and Ty navigating Christianity at scale. Because we Christians, it's funny when we talk. It's so funny because when we talk to people in person, it's so easy for Christians on a one-on-one level to have a practical conversation.
Oh yeah, I get it. I totally understand.
Yeah, they understand it. But when we get in group think in the chat,
you going to hell.
it just gets so crazy.
Yeah, the group think is off the chain.
Where for example, I would typically be condemned for bringing that level of reality to young men. Like they don't
Yeah.
want to. You can't tell young men wear condoms. That's you pushing them into fornication. Like it's.
Oh, hold on. No. That's a what? I know you're gonna say what you're gonna say, Ignat.
He said that's a wise man's book.
I mean, I mean, it's ignorant. It's ignorant. But listen though, ignorant. This is what I want to know, right? If listen, watch. All right, so y'all ready for this mind-blowing question? Is everybody ready? So I'm going to tell you guys how Smitty thinks. Okay, watch this right here. Watch how we have fun with this question. Okay, sippy cup. So we're told that the white man gave us God's word. But yet we'll turn around and we'll say that black people are the beginning of life. So I'm curious. How did the white man give us the word of what we are the story of? Can somebody answer that for me, please?
The white man went into Africa and took bits and pieces of their knowledge and compiled a book that they used to destroy the world.
No, wait. I want us to wait. He said that's a white man's book. How is it a white man's book if we will then turn right around in the next breath and say, but we're the originators of everything? So whose book is it? I'm ignorant. I'm just asking. Sunkiss, can you tell me? Can anybody tell me? Whose book
It's the
is
white man's book because they bastardized the proper teachings of the original people.
So basically you relinquished power. See, this is something I ask my people in Sunkiss. You must have. So you relinquish power?
No, I don't relinquish power. I just know that everything that's there is not complete. I mean, they got
that's true. That's true. I agree.
in the Vatican locked up. Can't nobody ever get to them.
I agree.
They got pictures of black Madonnas that they have kept hidden for long periods of time. They burnt down the Library of Alexandria. There's a lot of information we'll never see. So, I mean, it's just knowing the history and what we deal with.
Hold on. One second. Spit your game, talk your shit. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and get back to it. But listen, we gotta just listen. Let's just keep in mind there are a lot of things that we just don't know. And I'm talking about through the history of time, period. Hold on. Let me see what she's talking about right now. You say what now? The Old Testament is genocide in the name of God. The Son of Mary, the Messiah, did not even agree with it. Really? Then I would ask you this. Then why did he say, I am the Son of Man, I'm the Son of David? Now, I mean, we know that David is old, not new. So majority of the Son of Mary Messiah's, reference is to, I am the Son of Man. I am the Son of David. It is written. I'm not saying it there. What?
This is bloodline. This all he's talking about is the bloodline.
Just saying, he said he's the son of David, and David is old.
Jesus came to destroy.
I'm sparking conversation right now.
Jesus came to destroy the old law.
All right, my bad. Sunkiss, you up here, so you go first. Say what you got to say, and I got you, fam, in a second. Go ahead. What you saying, Sunkiss?
We're just saying Jesus came to destroy the old law. He didn't come to keep it intact. He did not agree what was going on.
Hold on, wait a minute, but I could have sworn. Look, I'm not the smartest or the sharpest knife in the daggone drawer, but I could have sworn he said, and I quote, I did not come to. I did not come. What did he say? I did not come
to condemn the world.
Yeah, no. I did not come to attest. I did not come to something to prophecy, but only to like fulfill it. I did not come to change God's word or something like that, but I only came to fulfill it. So I mean, listen, I'm just saying, like, from what I get, the Son of Mary, the Messiah, came to fulfill everything that already was put in place of those long that came before him. Yes, from the Noahs, the Ibrahims, and all of them. Like, yeah, Abraham, everybody. Like, he came to fulfill what was before him. Moses, Aaron, whoever, I don't know, Joseph, you name it. He said, I did not come to change the words of the prophecy. There we go. See, God is good. I did not come to change the words of the prophecy. I only came to fulfill it. So when you say that he does not believe in the old, he said, I did not come to change the words of the prophecy. I only came to fulfill it. What does that mean? Because that's written. God's good. Let's get it.
By the time Jesus ascended into heaven, the way religion was displayed and carried out had changed. It was not the same. If you look at his walk during his years of prophecy and wondering, he was always admonishing them people for the way that they was doing things. He would be your modern day, but Huey Newton or whatever revolutionary you can think of. That's what he would be for his time.
Okay. That's what people, okay, for his time. But the thing is that, haven't we noticed that? That's what it's been. You know what? I ain't got to read nothing. We gonna get it. Come on now. Let me go ahead and put my sisters up top, put y'all in that position. Let's go ahead and get it. What we got right now? Talk to me, family.
Hey y'all. Okay. I'm over here doing some editing, and I was listening to you. And I think, and this is why I said in the chat that I wanted to go back to Numbers on the abortion issue, not necessarily to, let's say, parcel out whether abortion is right or wrong. Not that. However, I wanted to get back to what the text actually said.
Okay. You got the going on.
I wanted to go back to what he was saying in reference to what he was interpreting the book to be. Because what I heard from him, not from the other lady who was talking, but from him, is that the Bible is essentially saying, hey, here's how you test the spirit and see if somebody's telling the truth. And if they ain't telling the truth, this is their punishment. And that sounds a lot like medieval Europe, where you're going to sit there and do something, right? And if somebody's body reacts a certain way or whatever, then that means that they were lying, and their punishment is they can't have children. And it's like, are you serious right now? Like, I don't want to knock nobody's religion, because, hey, religion isn't necessarily what's in a book per se, but are we serious right now? You know how many people that's dedicated to the church came into this world barren? That came into this world able to have children, and something happened to them and they are barren and they did nothing wrong? Like, what are we doing? If this is the case, right, that we're going to test to see who's lying and who's telling the truth, and then we might as well go back to the Dark Ages, where if you put a woman in a chair and drop her, down in some water, if she survives, that means that she's right. Like, and if she don't, that means she's human, but we killed the human, like that dumb shit. So this is what I'm saying. That's what he seems like he was saying when we really look at it in context for how he saw it. Now, the way she saw it was God is saying essentially, listen, I'm okay with abortion if the woman cheats. However, if the husband cheats, it seems like there's this issue of, well, you can't have an abortion, but he can make you have an abortion if he suspects you cheat of him, because there is no you cheat on him. What evidence do we have? Your vagina gonna shrivel up? Your womb? What are we talking about? They can't see no wombs. All they see is vagina lips back then. So I don't know. I feel like when we talk about abortion, I hate when people go to religion, because religion is so rife with positions that you can take based on whatever time period you want to point to in person, and it's like, come on now, like the person that wrote Genesis was not under the same culture and influence as the person who wrote Revelation. So no, let's deal with it based on the reality. If an organism is supposed to be an organism, is supposed to reproduce. That is the natural way of things. For any organism to actively nullify their natural bodily progression, you see what I'm saying? That is exactly what they're doing. Humans are the only species that have this ailment to do such a thing. We're the only species that do that. So we can say by definition, this is outside the realm of nature or what's natural. Now, if we're going to justify it based on how we feel, we just don't want to be a parent. We just can't afford it. We just don't like children. Whatever. You see what I'm saying? What that's going to do is cause us to move into other conversations. That's not going to be so pretty. When we say, well, we're just going to do this to this group of people because we don't like them and they got the wrong facial features. Like you justifiably, you've already laid the groundwork for it.
That's not the skin tone. Right.
You've already laid it. And see, I always look at stuff in terms of the future of it, not so much what it's saying right now. It's what is the implications of this down the road. And so that's why I can't justify or non-justify abortion specifically based on religion. Like, we're gonna have to get down to some scientific facts before I sit and make conversations. I just wanted to say that because homeboy was trying to push Shorty push her under the bus. Meanwhile, he was standing in front of a fire truck.
You muted, Mitty.
My bad. Thank you for that, Lola. For the certain time period that I have you. So the whole talk of them speaking about him not being in a relationship, and he does speak to men. Like, for example, Fresh and Fit. Neither one of them are married, but they give relationship advice. This guy in particular, I'm just curious how women look at it, right? He's been with his lady for 8 years. They're still together, and he teaches men about marriage in particular, but he hasn't married her. What's your take on that?
So I think there's a couple things going on with that, right?
Okay.
It's always been my personal opinion that most people who claim religion, like openly claim it, are actual atheists. Like, they don't actually believe in what they're claiming. They believe in something else. That's what an atheist is. Somebody who believes something other than in religion, right? Like, that's all it is. Atheist is still a believer, just in something different. If you claim to be Christian, right, there is no middle ground when it comes to relationships and shit between men and women. There is only, you see someone you like, you go to the nearest wali or parent, and you ask for their hand in marriage. You get chaperoned if that's the culture, and then you get married, and then you get to know the person. There's no middle ground. And according to Christians, this is God's word. This isn't, how certain people felt, during that time. This is God's word. So if you truly believe that your forever is based on God's word, who in their right mind would entertain a conversation outside of God's word? While the New Testament specifically lays out what happens to people that change God's word on purpose. Who does that? You see what I'm saying? Like, this is an everyday thing though, but I haven't lost sight of that. Now, to the point of, marriage, right? Again, if you are under the yoke of religion, according to the Bible, you are married if you have engaged in, sexual intercourse, and you have went through the rites of marriage, meaning that the community or the families have recognized your relationship and or you have paid your proper dowry. You see what I'm saying? That's what that is according to all these religions. Okay, if that's not it, as far as being sanctioned by the government, that's not required according to religion. It's not. And so I think people have to really realize that this is what we call the white man's religion. The white man said, no. In the eyes of God, you're going to come down here and get this piece of paper and pay your proper taxes. And then you're going to do whatever else you're going to do, but you're going to pay us first. That's that white man shit. Truth be told. Now, the flip side of that is this. Once you lay down with a chick, you have entered inside of marriage. But if you haven't entered inside of it fully, right? Now this is where adultery comes in at. Because fornication is one thing, but this is where adultery comes in at. So that's why I think in the New Testament, there was this conversation with the woman who said, well, you got more than one husband. She don't got more than one husband because they practice that strange polygyny and stuff that they do up in Tibet. That's not what that was. So you can see Jesus didn't even acknowledge no state sanctioned marriage. He was actually sanctioning the reality of it, that when you pair your body with somebody, you are paired forever. That goes against some of this red pill rhetoric that, when you sleep with a woman, she bonds to you, but you don't necessarily bond to her. According to Jesus, everybody bonded in a way that's going to take you to heaven or hell. That's how bad it is. So, what they do on Fresh and Fit and podcasts like that or anywhere, where they tell you, hey, let me show you how to basically run through people. I'm telling you now, according to the Bible, you're going to see these people hoisted up, and then you're going to see them put in a very precarious situation at the end of time. These people are going to be basically, let's say what they call it, God is going to make an example out of them for that level of betrayal. You see what I'm saying? Because all of them wearing crosses. All of them. Okay. Now, if you're not under the yoke of religion and you want to teach people how to just go have indiscriminate sex, this isn't about religion, what I'm about to say. But what I'm saying is this. Nobody, and I mean nobody, sits here and says, hey, do whatever you want. Have sex with whoever you want. However, the consequences is this, that, and the third. Please be mindful of this. And if you get caught up, nobody cares. That's not the conversation. The conversation is all about, the glitz and the glam of it. But like nobody thinks about, for instance, homie up in Detroit that had sex with the shorty 3 times and had 3 kids with her. And then she was such a skeezer that she let 2 of her children die on some dumb shit while he up working hard trying to pay for his children. You see what I'm saying? It's like, you could have sex with a chick. Now, once you create a life, now what? Should we treat you like a husband and accept for you to pay child support and spousal support like an actual husband? Because essentially that's what you just put yourself in the way of.
Are we talking about the age? Are we talking about legal home? No, because this is the nuance, right? So we're gonna go there real quick, Lo. So you talking about like a young boy, teenager, he like 15, 16, high school, but he just good with the girls, and he wound up popping one of them pregnant, one of our daughters? Or are you talking about a grown ass man? Which one, first of all? Because that makes a difference in how I respond.
No. When it outside of religion, the ability to make a conscious decision to have consensual sex,
and that matters depending on your age, because depending.
Okay, but I haven't got to
watch real quick, because in biblical days, they was having arranged marriages and the little girls was like 12. Were they at the age of mental consent? Do you
hold on? But hold on. I see what you're saying right there. Mental consent. But here's where the white man then came in at. Most of my grandmothers, with the exception of the last 2 or maybe the 3, were roughly between 12 and 15 when they started having children and maintaining whole households at 12 and 15. So when we talk about mental capacity has everything to do with how you culture a child. I've seen boys by the age of 10 maintaining multiple jobs, but that's how they culture. You see what I'm saying? Like to pay a bill. Come on, my son pay his own bills. He in here spending my money, paying bills, asking for reimbursements on purchases and shit. He 15. He know how to pay bills. He can, if he had to go work, he could go work. He's able to get somebody's pregnant. But the way we've cultured our children, they are not mentally able to maintain the, let's say, everything that comes with parenthood and adulthood in this culture. But in another culture, 2,000 years ago, 19 was very late to be getting married. Very late to be getting married. Like, seriously. So it's like, again, the white man said, you can't keep fucking around with kids because white man like to sit and, you know, devour shit. That's just the culture. So then they had to put parameters on that, not because they cared about children, but because what they used to do is they go around and get a bunch of young girls pregnant, right? And then give them back to their parents pregnant. And then their parents, it becomes a burden on the local farmer in Europe to have a child now, a literal child pregnant and taking care of her. And she can't be married now. She got to stay there. So it's like, this is why there's an age limit on that. It's not because, well, children don't have the capacity to think. That's not what that is. We've gotten to that point because we've dumbed our children down to the point where they hardly can think at 18.
You don't think it's because that we actually have gotten to the point where we recognize, because remember when they was doing this, when, you know, like you said, 19 was late. Why? See, this is when a person like me thinks of the whys, right? Let me look at this right quick. Oh, I got you. So when we talking about the whys, right? The why are, why was 19 late? The why behind that would be because folks, you know, you were a grandparent by like my age, 40 something. Matter of fact, no, you were beyond that. You were a grandparent in your mid 30s. You see, so now when we know that now life has been extended through technology and medicine and everything, and we know that humans have evolved to the point where we do, on, let's say, average, bare minimum, like about a good 70, not even no 50 something. When we hear somebody passed away at 50, like Michael Jackson, what did a lot of people say? That was young.
It was, yeah.
Okay, back in the day, and what you're talking about, that was considered ancient.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Right. So we have to make sure that we also keep the connection of that correlation in which it is we speak. That's all I'm saying, sis.
Right, and that's another component that needs to be made clear when we're talking about, like you said, like the why. But see, I don't like comparing what we do today, right, to women of 3,000 years ago, or people 3,000, because there's so much that you got to connect and disconnect. Now I don't even know where we at in the conversation. Like, the reason why women stayed home mostly 3,000 years ago. What jobs were there outside of farm work was there to do? There was no sewing machines, but women could be seamstress at some point back in the 1700s. That was a new industry for women, but it was only one. And then washing clothes became a thing in the 1800s. Like, it's like, come on now, what do you mean, why did they stay home? What else was there to do? Now that everybody has a job, no matter what you can think of, it can be a job. Who's sitting around just acting like this ain't our new reality? Who?
Well, I would say this on behalf of you all as women, sis. There were a whole lot of jobs they did. Yes. The fact is that we don't see all depictions of people back in that day naked. We only saw that with Adam and Eve. We even saw clothes on Cain and Abel, and that was their kids. So what I'm saying is that there were plenty of jobs, from honestly cooking, not just that, collecting silk from the worms. Like, they literally have whole processes in which they store them in little barrels and stuff, and they collect the silk, and it's a whole process to do that just to make linen. So there are multiple. So in just making fabric for the village can be like 5 different jobs for like 10 women. It's a lot that's involved with everything.
I see what you're saying, but see, keep in mind back then, if you're making fabrics, you're making fabrics for your family. You're not actually at a job where they're expecting you to start at the crack of dawn so that the whole group of people can get their fabric made. That's not what that was. You worked for your parents and or for your husband, and that was it. Again, that's family. So I don't know. Like we times were different, and I think it's about time that we acknowledge that. Yeah, we don't owe it to anybody to still act like we're in, I don't know, the Stone Age.
No, you're right about that, because let's think about it. Lola, have you ever bought butter or margarine from the store?
Yeah.
You ever churned it before, like an Amishman?
Yes, I don't know the first thing about how butter is made. Don't ask me, okay?
I don't know nothing. Listen, and I'm a woodsman. I honestly could not tell you the first step about that process. I couldn't tell you the first. Well, I know a little bit about making leather. I actually know a little bit about that process. Only halfway through. I don't know all the full steps. Let's keep going.
No.
Now, I've thought about this before, even on my platform. And this is as much as I try to walk the straight and narrow, somebody could always say that I didn't do something or that I did do something. I think the one thing that you have to do, you have to address it.
That's the dude that basically has the 8 kids. I mean, he's been with his lady for 8 years. He's not married to her, but he teaches marriage. But apparently he's like really successful. So I'm just curious about that.
Well, here's the thing. He's talking
wrong if he's actually successful at what he does.
No. He's not doing anything wrong, but what he's doing is he's speaking into a crowd of people that when they think marriage, they think going to the courthouse and being legally liable, physically and mentally, for this union. Whereas in a time that he's actually referring to, it's all about self-accountability, which those two things are not congruent between the two cultures. And it's like too many hundreds of years in between. It's like when you tell the average dude out here, you don't got to actually go downtown to get married to a chick. You could just live with her and just play house. You know how many dudes will do that, and then when they get tired of that, they just walk off. And it's like, now if we don't have an enforcement system that's based on something, suddenly now we got a bigger problem in the world. The only reason why legal marriage, it has to be a thing in terms of now being registered, is because it holds people accountable for what they do and don't do within said marriage. To say your families are supposed to hold you accountable, come on now. Like, really? Ain't nobody's family's holding you accountable for where you put your penis and what you do in your house. That's not what it is anymore. So for him, he's operating in a system that no longer exists, but he's speaking of the institution of marriage in now a system where no, there is no you just live and play house, and then if you get tired of it, oh well, just move out, and it's nothing in it that anyone can say or do. Even in the Bible, it tells you that when you, for instance, I think there was a woman who was sexually assaulted, and the guy had to pay her family, her brothers and her father for what he did. You see what I'm saying? Or else they would, delete him. That's a system. Rudimentary, sure, but that's a system of enforcement to say, hey, if you sully my sister, if you don't marry my sister after you put your penis in her, there's consequences. But that's a familial circumstance. Now, there is no familial enforcement system. There is the government, and thank God, whatever God you worship, thank God. Okay, that's where he wrong. I'll just say that.
Okay, Sunkiss, do you have anything you want to say before I push play as well? I want to make sure you stay in this conversation too, sis.
Yeah, I don't even know what we talking about.
All right, we're gonna get back to it. We're actually talking about, like, you know what I'm saying, like how is it accepted in the word when it comes to, like, you know what I'm saying, the whole deletion aspect. But we're past that. We're going to get back to the discussion because we're actually talking about, honestly, does these life gurus, do they harm relationships in real life more than they hurt? I mean more than they help? Is it more harm than help? So let's listen a little bit more, because we're only we're only like about 30 more minutes into the video, so it ain't much left. So let's get back to it. Let's finish it off.
You have to be honest. You have to be honest about what you did and what you didn't do. Now, people will forgive you. People are forgiving if you're willing to tell the truth and say, you know what, there are some things that I did do. And so I think, but what happens even with anybody.
No, sir. Some people will forgive you once you tell the truth. And most people, once you lie once, especially after they develop that trust in you, that's it. You're done. You have crossed the boundaries and you have transgressed into the point of no return. Just like we was talking about, Lola, about the Antarctic. Yeah, that's right. You don't belong there. Let's go.
When people say, quit lying to me, stop lying, just quit lying and tell the truth. Now, I don't know whether Keita is telling the truth or not. I surmise that both of them might be telling some truth, but I don't know. But I do know, I've thought about that even with my own team, because people can say whatever they want to say, but this is the business that we've chosen to be in. And because we've chosen to be in this business, that is a hazard that comes with the business, because it may be true, it may not be true, but you can't defend with everything that everybody says. Some things, I just don't give it energy. Right. Now, he had to give this energy because she's been with him the last 3 years. And I think the thing he should do is just tell the truth, come out and be honest about the things that are true and maybe the things that aren't true.
So my whole thing is, when you step into a relationship, I've always thought of it to be this. You come into it being fully honest, point blank, period. And what you do is you stay consistent in your honesty, period. So like this whole, like, so I don't know, is he trying to say, like, look, you know, if you come in being truthful and then you go ahead and start being a liar, that's okay? I don't understand right now. I'm just trying to figure this whole point out. But let's keep on going. Let's keep on going.
So I don't know if there's any one right way to do this.
No, there is a right way to do it. You come into the circumstance fully yourself. You do not wear a mask, but you do not open your entire book up at the middle of the story. No, you start at the introduction and you give that person page by page who it is that you are. And you take it piece by piece and you gauge how much of you can that person handle and take. Don't give your full story to somebody who does not appreciate the novel and the author. That's the proper way.
I think you address, like, what does the viewer do?
Right.
I mean, I've been in 2 major mega churches where both the pastors failed terribly, and one of them denied, and really both of them denied, to be honest with you. And that part was super hurtful. But I'm glad I went through those experiences as a young person, because I learned at a point you don't know anybody. So even if you're following somebody on a platform, take what you're hearing, right? If it's good content, if it's information, if you think it's helpful in your life, because even though those men fail, it does not negate their ministry. And what I learned during the time I was at their churches. And, when people are doing, again, I said it before, doing this type of work, the devil gonna come for them. And I don't ever say to myself, just because I found out something later that they were human and that they failed, that what they said in a season that helped me, that I applied to my life, was not real and was not true. So I have learned to say, this is a person out here trying to do some good, but they are still a human being. So I don't get too much shocked anymore, and I don't get involved in the personal that goes on. I just start praying for people, to be honest with you. When I hear rumors about people that I have followed and I believe are wise and God has an anointing on their life, I start praying for them. God, don't let them fall. God, watch their family. Watch over them. Watch.
I hate it. I no longer want it. And I'm actually ascending, but I'm not mature yet in my ascension. There's still some space above that I still need to grow into, where I actually can get to where I start looking at them and be like, damn, man, I hope they watch that documentary I watch.
Right. Oh, I was gonna say, oh, Smitty, you muted. We can't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, my bad. Thank you. No. Yeah, nah. So now this is actually what I want to talk about. So look, this is what we're getting into, right? Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm here. Oh my goodness gracious. Do I have my goddamn charger? I got my charger. Oh, this is about to cut off. This is not good. Y'all better. I knew it was gonna happen. All right, so let me see something here. Hold on. There we go. Hold on. So let me see what we got right here. All right, so I'm gonna talk about this. Your boy be lunching. All right, so we about to get on to your boy. Everybody in the space knows this man, and I want to do a review. Let me go ahead and hit my banner right now, just in case, because I don't want YouTube to hit me. Right, I don't want them to hit me. All right, fair use. I want to talk about this right here. So, apparently, one of the top dating advice therapists, lady people in this space is dealing with unworthy folks. Apparently somebody in this space is involved in a circumstance in which all the advice that they give to the people that they talk to, the millions they talk to, they're going totally against everything and all of their principles. Apparently, allegedly. I don't really know, but I'm not going to hold us. We're going to get into this right now. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Y'all let me know when y'all want me to pause it. Let's go. Tasha K versus Kendra G.
Is living her life ever since she stopped being a radio host.
And y'all make sure y'all go over there. Fair use. Subscribe to OJ Duke Jackson. All right now, aka Mr. I'm Rich. Let's go.
In Chicago to being one of the best matchmakers in Black America, Kendra G is doing very well. She moved to Beverly Hills. We see her pulling up in Rolls Royces, and we even see her at the Super Bowl. Now, at the Super Bowl, remember, Kendra G was dancing and her wig was falling off, and she looked to be quite bald-headed. But it's okay. Somebody will still booty clap themselves. But Kendra G is known for her animosity towards Black men. It wasn't but just a few weeks ago she did this.
Before I start the show, I want to say something directly to all the big men podcasters that can't create original content because no woman would ever call your show. So what you do is you stalk my page all day and you say you do reaction videos. But the truth of the matter is you're big men. You know, we have all this conversation about women being so masculine. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a big man trait. A big man can't build his own page. You know, he can't do it on his own. So we got to find a woman to eat up off of.
That's right. You B-A-N, you beep ass jiggas are doing X, Y, and Z to Kendra G's content. And a lot of black men did not take that lightly. So if Kendra G knows what a BAN is, certainly the guy that she's dealing with is not like that.
So this is where we get into it. I'm confused. I'm glad that I have two very intelligent sisters up here with me, my family. Please help me explain, why would a woman make this decision in the position that she's in life? I don't know how to recognize it.
Right? Kendra G is in her mid-40s. So when she showed up with this young African dude, it was a red flag. I even talked about it in my old videos, like, yo, she's the one paying for him. And a lot of folks didn't agree with me. And especially when this video came out on her birthday party, I was like,
What a special way to bring it with the African man, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday, baby.
That nigga got Jesus sandals on.
Yeah, probably.
1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
dear Kendra.
Happy birthday to you.
You already
I'm gonna tell y'all my wish. My wish is to be pregnant by midnight.
I remember when I
Oh, hell no! 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 Oh, hell no!
posted my video on the other channel about this receding hairline that she has, somebody actually mentioned that, hey, you're wrong about this particular dude. This dude is not broke. He's rich.
My family laughed when I said,
hold on, y'all. My bad. Let's get past that now, because we get into it. I'm trying to figure out, how did this turn into her and Tasha? See, I'm confused, right? So let's get into it.
Younger guy with a Nigerian accent. And again, I'm not hating on Nigerian guys, but he's much younger than her. And I kind of felt that for somebody to be his age and it seems like just come from Nigeria within the last 8 years, it's probably unlikely that a guy like that.
Okay, so I don't understand. Like, I mean, I don't know. Sunkiss, isn't there a movie called Stella Got Her Groove Back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't tripping. Okay, cool. Lola, you confirm, right? Like, you heard of that movie too, right? Like, Stella Got Her Groove Back. Yeah, okay. All right. I just, okay, so that's Angela Bassett. I'm just saying though.
Would be hanging out with somebody like Kendra G. No disrespect. I just kind of felt like a guy like that might have a lot more opportunities. And then Tasha K said this.
After I literally was just being a good Samaritan by stating, after we were talking in the DM, it was very casual and never had a problem.
I ain't know YouTube had gold plaques. Okay, now. Okay, salute to my sister. I like to see any of us in a great position. Let's go. Although you got a whole lot of lawsuits and stuff for Cardi B and other people, but that's not the point. Thank you for at least being some form of an example of success, my sis. Let's go.
I'm with this woman. But you know, a lot of people be underlying like really, really tight with my platform. Like they don't know which way I'm gonna go. How can I trust Tasha? What is she gonna expose? Like they be paranoid around me, right? And I get it, so I'm used to it. But I literally said to her in the exchange, in the text messages, I said, hey, you know, keep your man off social media.
So Tasha K has these receipts and she's trying to tell them like, yo, you need to watch your guy.
Fair use, fair use, fair use. This is for educational as well as entertainment purposes only. Thank you, YouTube.
Stop posting them online. But Kendra G got upset about that.
And so she was like, why? My friends told me that you was looking for stuff on my man. I ride for mine. Now, he ain't her husband. Now, he's her boyfriend. Mind you, this lady is well in her 40s, okay? I don't think she's ever been married, and this is her boyfriend, Okay, so this is not a husband talking about me and mine. We ride.
There are people who say, now this is where I'll pause it and ask you all this. There are people who actually have questioned her as far as like, you know, because this is my whole thing, right? When it comes to like, if you're not married, you shouldn't talk about marriage. If you're not in a relationship, you shouldn't talk about relationships. If you're a man, you shouldn't be talking to women. If you're a woman, you shouldn't be talking to men. Now, my whole thing is this, and I'm gonna open the floor up, right? Because I really want to hear from you guys. All right, so look, my whole thing is this, and I did tap in on it a little bit earlier. So, like me as a father, right? I only have a daughter. If I'm not mistaken, ladies, both of y'all got sons, right? Okay, about that. So, like, so your sons, you know, are going to grow up to be men, right? So with that being said, which we all know, that's, you know, I'm told I'm not supposed to talk to my sisters, and my sisters are told, you all are told that you're not supposed to talk to us as men as far as like advice wise or tell anything. And my whole thing is this, right? Then should I not ever advise my daughter? No matter what it is, should I always tell her, go to your mama? If my daughter comes to me and says, Dad, I like this boy now. She's like 17, 18. And she says, I want to ask you this, ask you that. Should I be like, nah, go to your mama? So my point is, when we make all these labels on being married, if Lola, you and your man, or Sunkiss, you and your man, your husband, were doing content for like 10 years. People follow you guys. You were so big. One day you guys got that live where you're both on separate couches on your own thing. You're at your place. She's wherever she is, blah, 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 at her place. And you're saying you're not together no more. Now that you're not with your person, should you not talk about marriage? But yet people stay following you for years and they know that you were married. So this is what I'm saying when we put like these very, very strict labels and stipulations on, because you're not in that position at that moment, you should not talk about it. So you're telling me that a retired war vet does not have the qualifications to speak about the battlefield? And I digress. My mic is muted. The floor is open.
If somebody that's been in the position has the experience of being in the position.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that ain't never been married can't tell you nothing about marriage. They don't know nothing about it.
But what about somebody who's been in a relationship? Now listen, watch this. Listen, the key word you're saying is marriage.
Yeah.
Okay, so the average marriage we know doesn't get past 5 years. So what if you're talking to somebody who's been in a relationship solid for 12 years or 10 years? So I should listen to the person who can say, I technically was married, but we weren't able to even cross the threshold of 5 years. Now, then we have the other person who's right across the street on YouTube, and they are still in a relationship they're now single, but they've been in a relationship for longest, I'll say about like 13 years. So like all I'm saying is, like, so you're telling me that the paperwork makes things valid, and that's all what I always wondered.
They're all that's dysfunctional. Like, I wouldn't listen to none of them people.
I'm
not listening to no. If you got a divorce less than 5 years of marriage, I'm not gonna listen to nothing you talking about, because you wasn't even in your marriage for real. Okay. If you've been in a relationship for 12 plus years and you never made it down there, I'm not going to listen to nothing you talk about either, because you dysfunctional. That's crazy.
Sunkiss, what we're speaking about is this, my sister. People say if you've never been married, then you can't speak on it. And my question, okay, and listen, it's just to get people to think. My question is this. We will also turn right around and say the average marriage doesn't even get past 5 years. But I know people who been together way longer than that and or have been in relationships. Yes, children involved, 2 cars in the driveway, sharing bills, your aunt picking her up from work, you know I gotta go get the missus, all of that.
Okay, can I say something? I think we missing the issue here. A lasting marriage is not the same as a lasting relationship. And when you confuse these two terms, this is where you get the whole, well, if you haven't been married, you can't talk about relationships. These are not the same thing. So that's what you're saying. Somebody who has a successful relationship but no marriage. Somebody has a successful marriage, but their relationship within said marriage sucks asshole. That's what we're talking about. So to confuse those two terms is the first mistake. I'll say this. If you've been in a marriage, period, and it doesn't matter if you was in a short term or long term, you've been through the beginning phase, end phase, and the ending phase. You can talk about marriage from the standpoint of how you went through it. For instance, you can talk about being married for only a year and what that was like and the mistakes you made. If you were married for 20 years and went through it, like fumbled through it and ended terribly, you see what I'm saying? You can speak about marriage from that point of view. You can't speak about marriage from a successful point of view, and you don't know what that is. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, even within people who've been married, there's degrees of what you can talk about. When it comes to relationships, though, I think everybody can talk about relationships, but you have to be clear. Are you talking about general relationships, or are you talking about how to make a legal institution last? Because as far as I know, white people are the best at making legal institutions last for years upon centuries upon eons, okay? They are the go-to people about how to make legal institutions last. However, their relationships do not have no ounce of love in it historically. I have not seen it, and maybe it might start, but I haven't seen it. In fact, their motto was, if you find love in a marriage, that's a rare thing. Who needs love in a marriage? This is business. So that's why I don't conflate those two things. If somebody wants to tell me, hey, let me help you get a date, meanwhile, they're not dating. They don't have any success in dating. And when I listen to their dating advice, one can challenge it based on basic concepts. Nah, I'm with her. I'm not listening. But it's like there's degrees in what you can talk about when it comes to dating. Like for me, I've dated several men. I've been in short-term and long-term relationships, and I can speak about them all. However, I don't consider any of that failure. I just consider it the perspective of that specific circumstance. You see, like let me say something too, right, about this whole video that because I was letting you play it, and I have seen that video. But let me say this, right? I find it very interesting that O'Shea is talking about this lady, Kendra G, about her being married to or being with an African man and leading in terms of the money in their, financial circumstance. Meanwhile, Tasha K is with an African guy, of which he helped her make her channel and he works for her. But yet O'Shea is pitting Tasha K against Kendra for the same situation. So he's downing one to using one. Meanwhile, they both in the same situation. That right there, I'm gonna be honest with you, O'Shea, he tripping hard. Like for real. Like if he think he can fool everybody, like stop it, bro. Stop it. At the end of the day, I don't want to hear nothing about just Kendra G with an African guy, a foreigner, and he's only been here 8 years. Meanwhile, Tasha K husband still sound like. Hold on, Tasha K husband sound like he fresh off the boat for real. No, just stop it, sir. Stop it. You pitting black women against black women, and I see you, sir. I don't care about who's from Africa, how long they've been here, if they really got papers, who's paying for what. Because right now in the manosphere that he started, Okay, they always talk about how black women get money and don't know how to be submissive, don't know how to share their wealth, don't know how to employ their husbands and keep a relationship even though they rich as shit. And then they find black women that is exactly what they've been saying black women are not, and they still got a problem with it. So no, I don't want to hear shit about who's paying for who in any relationship. That's a moot point as far as I'm concerned. Now, moving forward with this whole he's not likely to have money. Nigga. Africans that come over here talk shit because they come over here and they get money unnecessarily, okay? Seriously. Like, I need you to get some facts first before you open your mouth. Like, seriously, O'Shea. Like, nobody's afraid of you. You're a grifter by your own account, all right? To the point about the man being younger than her. Who the fuck cares at this point? They adults. Why are you making it about his age? Right now, according to him, he got a problem with her whole philosophy towards black men. But yet he's going to sit and bring up the fact that, well, you're dating a black man and he's younger than you. Nigga, make it congruent. Put those 2 points together at least. Because just mentioning that she's with a younger man who is over 35, sir, I don't want to hear it. Listen, I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. And especially this whole paying for him shit. Are you in that relationship to know who pays for what? Like, are you? Do you know that, because every relationship between a black man and a black woman is not because she makes more than him, she pays most of the bills. That's not what that is. And even if it is, do you have proof of that? Are you in their relationship? Did you hear that? Did they put that out there? At least. Not that it's any of your business. But did you at least get that information from them? No, you did not, which is why you here just talking shit. Now, to the point of the BAN, we know what that means, okay? I heard O'Shea using that same phrase for a lot of people that have grifted off of her content. He has called Fresh and Fit and a few others, okay? And Donovan Sharp, he's called all of them BANs while they were, showing content from this woman's page. So it's like, I don't understand what he's talking about. So it's okay for you to call other black men bitch ass niggas because they grifters and they not original and they use other people's content. But when she say, here's to the bitch ass niggas that's using my content, getting paid, talking about you reacting when in fact you just don't have talent to come up with anything original. You just grifting off of my shit. Like, she telling the whole truth. Like, what's wrong with her using the same phraseology that everybody else is using for the same reason? Oh no, you know why? Because she's wearing a weave. Now let's talk about the weave. Now, it would be disrespectful for me to sit and denounce everything O'Shea has done for black men because of his hairline. Okay? That would be really disrespectful. It would be very childish of me to sit and listen, it would be, and I'm about to land on this. It would be childish of me to act like somebody's hairline has anything to do with their purpose in life. That's like, people age, people have sicknesses, illnesses, like hair, all these chemicals in everything that we input inside of our bodies is affecting our endocrine systems, i.e. our hair. So it's like, why would you even make that reference? When he talked about her being at the Super Bowl dancing, right, with her big hair, right, and her weave, coming off. Listen, I've known women to dance and take that joint off and sling it around, okay, and put it between their legs and all sorts of stuff. So it's like, people dance at football stadiums to get the camera's attention on them. That's what people do. That's the culture. So why is it that she can't do what the white women been doing at football games? Oh, because her hair is too big? Remember when they were complaining about black women not wanting to wear their own hair texture? Remember that? So now that she got that big black hair texture in her hair, looking like what a normal black woman's hair would look like if it was long, you still got a problem. You still got a problem. And here's the thing, her man don't have a problem with it. And if men are to respect other men, why the fuck are you talking about this woman is embarrassing? You ain't her man. She don't represent you. She a woman on top of that. She ain't even in your stratosphere. So what do you mean she's embarrassing? You know what's embarrassing? the fact that you got a bunch of black men talking about how the DEI is about to affect them and there's nothing they can do. Truly. That's embarrassing when they've been in this country 500 years. Okay? What's embarrassing is what I can pull up right now on the internet when it comes to people in general that's associated with him. Okay? He sat there and endorsed Donovan Sharp, a known Donovan Sharp literally
No, he's
scammed.
on the fullest. I know all about him, his little white bitch and everything.
So,
nigga.
no, I'm not even talking about the girl. I'm not talking about the girl being white. I don't care about that. But he endorsed a whole scammer and didn't know for a whole year. Meanwhile, he's trying to say further on in this video, oh, you with an African scammer. How didn't you know? Oh, shit. How didn't you know Donovan Sharp wasn't a scammer? Seriously, you have more access to his records than Kendra has to this man's foreign documents. Like, what are you talking about? So I'm gonna land on that and just say O'Shea is tripping on every point he made in this, and he makes himself look embarrassing for real to himself. That's it. That's all I got about that.
All right. So, Sunkiss, do you have anything to say? And Lola, just maybe if I say about, because I only got about 20 minutes or so. Yo, listen. You remember now? I met you on the daggone Black Files, and I like this last segment. This right here is on that. Yeah. I definitely, so it's gonna be some things explained here, and this is about a very, very iconic movie that all of us absolutely love, and the science and the spirituality and the symbolism behind it. I want you to stick around for that, if you don't mind, about 20 minutes or so, and we're good to go, because I'm going to go eat dinner. Sunkiss, do you have anything to say about that when it comes to O'Shea or whatever? Not even necessarily behind what Lola said, just period, like whatever response you got from whatever might have triggered you.
I don't even understand the point that he was trying to make with that video, but as far as
basically saying that, how are you doing a show? Listen, I'm a nutshell it. How are you doing a show trying to get people to find love? Come to find out, the guy that you're with is a known scammer. That's what it is.
Oh, well, I don't watch Kendra G, so the only thing I know about Kendra G is she a matchmaker, and matchmakers ain't necessarily giving relationship advice. So that's as far as I know about that. But
wait, she's matching people, like you said, real quick, and I want you to finish. I'm sorry, sis. She's matching people. So if she's matching people and her match is a scammer, and if people say, if you're not even married, you can't talk about relationships, is she out of order? And it's only a question.
No, because she just providing a platform for people to meet somebody. So that's not giving relationship advice and trying to tell people how to navigate their relationship. She just playing matchmaker. And as far as I don't know where she got a problem with black men, because I have actually seen where she is doing a show and one of them dudes from the Manosphere come over there and get on her show and use it to try and get views and get their viewership up.
Yeah.
Shout out to
while she
Simon.
live. So like, she not wrong for saying that, and that don't make her have a problem with black men because she's addressing that issue, because that actually does happen. So I mean, O'Shea doing what he do, just blame black women for whatever. Stupid. You muted, Smitty.
My bad. So, ladies, what we're going to do to close it out, we got about a good 20 or so minutes left, because I'm going to go eat, and I want all of us to have a great evening, too. I'm not going to hold y'all up too much. We are going to, because I'm not going to play this whole thing, of course, but we're going to get a nice little chunk in. I've always wondered about the symbolism in movies. Lola, I know you got a lot to say about the guy that's going to talk about this, and we are going to get into this discussion. Now we're going to go ahead. Everybody, if you remember back in days, teacher say, put your thinking cap on. That's right. You know how we would imagine, in imaginary, tie a knot under our chin. We can't feel it, but we know we did something. Okay, so let's get into it. What is the symbolism behind this movie?
Can I share with you all my religious observations?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Catholic, religious, Christian.
And we're talking about The Matrix. Let's go.
And Catholic observations.
As you are a Catholic.
Well, I was
You were
raised one,
Catholic, right? Okay.
that-
Please. Yes.
My doubts
Yes.
descended early.
Yeah. Well, a religion rifled with doubt.
Yeah, but I'm still fascinated by the fact that there's such a thing as religion in the world,
Mhm.
and billions of people
Practice.
that practice it, right?
Yeah.
That intrigues me as an educator,
Right.
because
right.
something is attracting them. What is it and why? And you're this religion over here because that was the religion of your parents,
Right.
and you're sure your religion is the one true religion in the world.
Mhm.
But so are these people, are
Mhm.
just as sure as you are.
Everyone.
And that
Historically, a
yes,
fact.
historically correct.
Yes.
So that's why religion intrigues me.
Mhm.
So in the Matrix, so first, Neo, that's an anagram of
The one.
the one. You had to
Let me know when y'all want me to pause it.
dip your head at the one.
The one.
You can't non-act that
No.
expression.
No.
The one.
The one.
So that's the one.
Right.
All right. He's the savior.
Right.
All right. So now watch.
The Christ.
Yeah. Okay. So now
Buddha.
watch. Early in the film, he wakes up from his
Right.
and there's someone knocking at the door, and apparently he hacked something for them,
Right.
and is about to give them. And so he says, "Wait a minute." He goes back, rummages through a thing,
Right.
gives him a
Here's the
disc,
thing, right.
and the guy says, "Thanks.
Right.
Okay, you're my savior. You're my regular
Yeah.
Jesus Christ."
Yeah. You're my
That's-
own personal Jesus Christ.
That's a script line.
That's right there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right there.
Right there. Okay. But let's not stop there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we keep going. There's the part where he gets brought into the Nebuchadnezzar
Mm-hmm.
for the first time.
Mhm.
So he's still wrapped and looking around. And there's Joey Pants.
Yeah, Joey Pants. Yeah.
Pantaleano.
Pantaleano.
And he's there and he's just looking. And then that character, Cypher,
Mhm.
is startled. And he says, "Oh, you scared the
Did anybody say anything?
No, but I'll actually stop right here. Now I have respect for Neil over here. I really do. I do have respect for him based on his scientific research and his ability to stay neutral to get to the truth of science, right? I respect that about him. However, when he delves into religion, I think this is where he starts to lose me. Because when he asks the question of why is there religion? There's a saying, right, that sometimes you can be so smart that you're dumb.
Yes, you're done. Yes.
Amen. Just like there's a saying, don't be so heavenly minded that you're no earthly good.
Mm-hmm.
That part. So that pendulum swings in both ways. And the fact that he's not really, educated on that tells me that, like, sir, you out of your league right now. If you don't know why religion exists, you need to be quiet and do your research. Because I can tell you off the top of the head, without no research, that human beings desire to connect to the unseen. That is why religion exists. Now, religion has morphed over the decades, right? Over the eons. However, that is at the core of religion. Connection to something that is what we understand greater than ourselves, meaning our existence on this rock floating. Something that is beyond just this reality, right? We desire connection to that thing. And the reason why is because we're not like other creatures. Food, clothing, and shelter does not suffice us. If all we had was food, clothing, and shelter, right? Whatever minimal that may be, we are not living to our fullest capacity at that. Just because you got some skin from an ox and there's a tree that's giving you a little bit of shade and there's no lions around at the moment, you are not fulfilled as a man. So it's like, at the end of the day, humans are wired to see and desire above other creatures for whatever reason that we don't know. It might have been lost to time, whatever. But don't ask no silly ass question like, why do people want to believe in more than just nothingness? You ignorant asshole. Neil. But I digress. Y'all got it.
Okay. Sunkiss, do you got anything with that as far as like, the whole question or anything, or you want me to push play? All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's rock out.
Jesus out of me.
Yep, that's 2.
Okay, so hang on.
Yeah, that's 2. Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Who betrays the group?
Cypher.
Cypher.
Yes.
He betrayed.
He's the Judas.
Who? He's Judas.
Yeah, he's the Judas. Yeah.
He's Judas.
Yeah.
Oh, Lola, look, I came front, fam. This cornbread bomb. I came front. Fam. He's
What?
No, he's going to no Lola. Let's let him rock. I promise you. I'm gonna give you the floor in a second.
And also, he's not about to cook because let me cut his ass off at the knee. He ain't about to cook, and the reason why is because what he's trying to say is there's a universal story that seems to be floating through every piece of media we have, right? And what he fails to realize is the most ancient story that we know is the Osirian drama, where you have the hero, you have the nemesis, you have the good and the bad, you have the cycle of life and death, you have the cycle of life, you have all of the elements that create quote unquote drama in that ancient story, which is why we keep seeing the same elements repeated over and over and over again. Judas is nothing more than Osiris's brother. I forgot his name. You know who I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? Jesus is Osiris. Like that story the elements of that story is so profoundly intricate inside of our lives that when we create media, we are only reflecting ourselves. So it's like, wow, how dare you sit there and say, well, the Matrix was based on, Christianity, and you see how we just keep on repeating this crazy shit? No, because I can sit and take Christianity and put that in another vacuum to show you that, no, it's not about the specifics of the story. It's about the elements that exist within every single human being. Jesus is every single human being. And in the story of Jesus, he represents every single human being. He literally says, you will do what I do and greater. Okay. And this man's bringing people from the dead. So listen, I don't want to hear what Neil got to say about, well, this was Jesus. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Look how this story keeps replaying itself through time, because it's an ageless story. And it's not about the context you put it in. You could put that same story in 2025 or 3025 BC, and it still rings true because the elements represent more than just that story. So this dude right here is trying to make the case against religion when in fact he's too ignorant of religion to even be putting his mouth in his way. I'll be honest with you, as a scientist, he knows that if he's not studied in a certain field, his opinion needs to be very minimal and he needs to be very humble. But somehow he thinks that because the subject matter is religion or theology, oh, now he get to run his mouth and say all sorts of dumb shit. This is what I don't respect right now.
Lola, I actually learned this because religion. All right, so because religion is basically something that is primarily of the universe. Look, there will be facts about trees because we can actually see and touch a tree. There will be facts about sea life because we can actually touch and, you see what I'm saying, collect it, get specimens, skin samples. There is nothing about religion and the afterlife that we can collect a sample about. So because of that, scientists give a wide open door for theoretical hypothesis. And basically, that's what really hypothesis is. It's just really your guesstimate. It's your theory. They're allowed to have a theory about religion because it's something we cannot touch. I've actually looked into that. Just so you know, sis. That's all. You know.
I'm not taking away from that in terms of the whole idea of, well, I can't quantify religion, but like I just said, religion is not about the physicality of it. Religion is above the physical. So the fact is, you're trying to use physicality to prove religion. You're already out of bounds right now. This man on the screen is studying dark matter. You cannot study dark matter with conventional tools or conventional thinking in terms of logic, in terms of mathematics. You can't. This is theoretical math. There is a such thing as theoretical math because the rules of the universe change, and at some point it goes to a point where we don't understand. It's above our understanding. Our tools cannot quantify that as reality, but we're looking at it. So I don't want to hear this man's mouth about, well, I can't put religion and prove this and prove that. You don't need to prove. Listen, I don't have a religion, but I'll be damned if I need to prove that Jesus existed for me to say that the teachings that come out of the Bible when it comes to how to treat your fellow man is true or not. I don't need him to be real. Matter of fact, I prefer for him to be allegory. That way we can stop arguing over his actual life and talk about what the words are actually saying. I prefer that because it's not about quantifying and finding his grave and making sure he was alive. Because let's suppose we did find Jesus' actual body. Now what? Okay. It don't change one word that he said about how your life is impacted. No, it doesn't. It really don't. So come on. Like I'm not a religious person. But one thing I don't do is go around disrespecting people's religion. That's the one thing I don't do. And what you're not going to do is stand in my face and lie on any particular religion. Even if it's a religion I don't particularly rock with too tough, you're not going to lie on it to me. And what he's doing is what we call playing in my face.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead. Listen, Lola. Okay, Lola. Before we say the man playing in our face, let's let him finish expressing his whole full thought. You just went in, but I knew it was coming, and that's why I'm glad you're here. Let's go.
But Jesus was scared out.
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't have Jesus in him.
He doesn't have Jesus in him.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. Well, let me keep going.
Keep going.
Okay.
If you can. Because you think you know the movie better than I do. And you might.
I don't know.
You might. Let's go.
Here's the difference.
Let's go.
It's my favorite movie, and you've made 100 movies.
Right.
So.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So then, everyone sort of decides that he's the one.
He's the one.
Right. When he's like pulling Trinity up.
Oh,
from
yes.
the helicopter
Yeah.
as it comes in.
Yeah.
Like, he is the.
Lola, we can't deny. What does the Bible talk about? The Holy Trinity. No. Dang it. I shouldn't have said nothing. Go ahead. I don't know.
No. See, that's where I'm gonna cut his ass off again. Everybody who has ever studied the Bible from a non-religious standpoint knows the Bible has never referenced a Trinity. That is a concept that came after the Bible, after the disciples, and it was taught into the culture of Christianity. It does not exist in the Bible. So I don't understand what this is. Again, this man is so smart that he's dumb.
Lola, please, fam. I want to hear more about the Trinity concept. Let's go.
I told you he is the one.
He is the one.
Do you believe it now, Trinity?
I don't know what it means to compliment you on exactly imitating what you were paid to do in a movie. And I would say, hey, you should be that character. But
too late. Already been done.
No, but the weird thing is, you're not imitating that character. You were that character.
Yes.
Even that.
Yes.
Yes. So let's fast forward towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
He gets shot point blank.
Right.
By.
Hold it to the best of your ability, Lola. Hold it.
Smith.
Yes.
Ever wondered what your home...
My bad. Here we go. Boom. Boom. Let's do this. Boom. Boom. Let's go.
Yeah.
Even that.
Yes.
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 Yes. So let's fast forward towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
He gets shot point blank.
Right.
By Smith.
Yes. Yes. Right. Yes.
Then he drops.
He drops.
He keeps firing into him.
Yes.
Okay. Just all right. Do you know how many bullets he put in him?
I don't.
You don't.
I don't.
I will tell you.
Tell me.
Okay. It requires a little bit extrapolation.
Okay.
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 Do the bullets you see?
Lola, what book did you say you have to go back to in the Bible? Oh, that book.
Yeah.
Let's listen to what he says.
See.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 4 bullets point blank to the chest.
Okay.
At that point, we go back to the Nebuchadnezzar,
mm-hmm.
and you see his body responding.
Yes. Right.
Okay. But what if you track the rate that bullets are being fired?
Yeah.
And continue them into that scene.
Mm-hmm.
Then we come out of the scene, and there's a few more bullets that you observe.
Right.
That's 14 bullets.
Okay.
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 There are 14 stations of the cross.
I didn't
in
know
a Catholic
that.
church.
I didn't know that.
Now, for non-Catholics out there, in every church, Catholic church, typically in the pillars that surround the main open area, from the side areas, mounted facing inward, are 14 drawings, paintings, relief maps of the 14. They're called stages of the cross.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're key moments in
the life.
Jesus's life. And it's an early movie, really.
Oh,
the word movie doesn't even exist.
Exactly.
Right. But a sequence.
But it's visual.
It's a visual sequencing.
Representation.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's all of it. And it's he's tried under Pontius Pilate. He carries the cross. He's put up on the cross. He dies on the cross.
Oh, yeah,
okay?
yeah, got it.
So it's all the.
All right. Wait.
You can look it up on any.
Okay.
You know, you
14
can find
stages
them.
of the cross.
Yes.
14 bullets.
Now.
Interesting.
And he dies.
Right.
Then he's resurrected.
Resurrected. Right.
It
there.
comes back more powerful than ever before.
That's right.
Is that not Jesus?
That's Jesus all time.
Joining the side of God.
What? What you laughing about?
I'm just laughing because I know. Because I already know inside Lola head is going.
Oh, hell no. 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 Oh, hell no.
That's what I'm. Go ahead and defute that, Lola. Defute that fact.
He's so wrapped up in Jesus. Meanwhile, he claimed there's no evidence of Jesus. So why is you wasting your breath on something that don't exist, that people just like to believe in, like like Never Neverland? Like, we not sitting here chasing down children talking about why you believe in Never Neverland. We not sitting down here wondering why is it that somebody really thought that Cinderella was a good story for kids. Like, we not sitting down trying to figure that shit out. So why are you trying to figure out Jesus and this whole thing about bringing people back from the dead? If you as a scientist, if you're saying that that's not possible because you did the scientific research to know it's not possible, then won't you talk about why it's not impossible, period. Don't talk about Jesus. I don't want to hear Jesus coming out your damn mouth. Talk about why bringing people back from the dead is not possible. Help me understand that, because right now, last I checked, the federal government all over the world is studying how consciousness can be moved from one body to another. That's what I know. So he need to shut up. That's what he need to do.
All right, listen, Lola, I want us to be open-minded to other perspectives and thoughts out here in the world. All right. Now, we all know, now, mind you, what religion, listen to the key word I said. What religion is Neil?
Cracker box.
Scientologist.
Cracker box.
Okay. All right. I got you. So my point is, just as much as any other religion we all know if it's not our religion, Lola, we will have a bias usually against it. Is all I'm saying, sis. So
That's bull. That's bullshit because we right here.
Okay. No, I'm just saying, no, I'm not saying something. So you're telling me that there won't. So if it's something, so if it's a belief system that's not of yours, you're telling me that people normally won't have a bias against it? Really?
Here's the problem. He believes that religion is of no consequence. That's his belief. How is his belief any different than somebody else's belief? Belief is belief. If he don't got no evidence for or against, his scientific studies should tell him that he can't speak on the matter. Period. So it's like I'm just going by what he go by. And he, like most religious people, oh, I'm a scientist. Why you not using scientific methods and when it comes to how you came to this conclusion? Lack of evidence does not mean lack of existence. That's not what that means. So, and he knows that. That's some basic rudimentary shit you learn in your undergrad. What is he talking about? This man got several PhDs.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Wait. So now you said it. Several PhDs. I want to hear from the man who has several PhDs. Okay. This is a black man who is a scientist.
He's not black. He's not black. His mama not black. I seen her. He's not black. You gotta qualify to be black. Okay. He not black. He don't qualify. He don't qualify. Okay.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and this commercial break is brought to you by.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I don't need no man trying to go 50-50. I don't need no man trying to go 50-50. I don't need no man trying to go 50-50.
Let's go ahead and do it. Let's get back to it.
Behind it, you looking deep in the background. They didn't allow them to show all of that, but it's a sex club.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mary Magdalene right there.
And who's Morpheus?
Boom. Trinity is Mary Magdalene. Neo is the son of Mary, the Messiah. Lola, look, I think we need to just, let's concede to the facts now. Let's concede to the facts, Lola. Let's not be
the writers of the Matrix
woman is a black woman. Yeah.
First of all, listen. I don't want to get into the whole black woman, non-black woman, because technically Jesus is a black man being played by what's his name? What's the boy name? The white boy.
The lead singer from the Doobie Brothers. Yes, I know. There you go.
You know what I'm talking about. The give it a cat, Keanu Reeves. Like Keanu Reeves don't look like no description of Jesus in the Bible, but see, do you see him making an issue over that scientific fact? No, he ain't doing it.
Symbolic.
Oh, symbolic.
Listen. Symbolism is not. Listen, it's symbolism, not direct. Just like parables. The Son of Messiah once said, "One day I will no longer speak to you. One day I will speak to you. One day I will no longer speak to you in parables, but in a clear tongue." As in, one day all of these riddles and y'all trying to figure this out is going to be said directly to you. It ain't going to be nothing to dispute.
Well, part of the reason why Jesus spoke in parables is because he understood the ancient wisdom that if you want to teach people, you better put the jar of cookies where everybody can reach them. You ain't teaching nobody if ain't nobody understanding you. So speak to your audience based on your audience. That is like basic understanding of public speaking. So why would Jesus talk about complicated shit about the universe to people that don't even have tools to look beyond the moon? Really, why would he do that?
But wait a minute, hold on, Lola. What? So hold on, wait a minute. Oh, you just cornered yourself, sis. You just cornered yourself, right?
Hey, I'm gonna fight myself out of what's going on.
I let's go high keto. So listen, right? So you know very well that anything that is of Egyptian, ancient Kemet text is long before biblical, correct?
I'm gonna say no. That I'm gonna say most of it, sure, but not all of it. Most of it.
Okay, no, okay, bet. I can go with most of it. So my point is, and you know where I'm going. You said, why would he try to talk to people who couldn't see beyond the stars? If we know that astrology is something that was long established before biblical days, then why wouldn't he? You got the
You know why? You know why? Because when Jesus went to Egypt, he realized that those people down there was on some extra shit. Okay, and they've been on that shit for thousands of years. But his people was goat herders, and they didn't know all that shit that the Egyptians knew. So what he did was say, "I'm privileged to know this, but I can't talk this shit to my people because they on some ghetto shit. So I gotta talk to them in a way that they can understand." We understand that now. The way I talk to my people at home is not the way I talk to people, executives in boardrooms. That is not the same way. That's how Jesus felt. Now, what I'm gonna need everybody to do is back up off imaginary Jesus.
Ah, shoot. Okay, so get off of grandma's picture hanging up in the living room wall, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him live. I'm gonna let him live today. Let him live. Let him live. Let him live.
Let's go ahead. Hey, I wanna hear, because listen, you see that look on his face with that double chin? That is the look of a man who's getting ready to say something very profound. So Lola, we're not gonna do this, okay? All right, just like how you was Buckwheat's advocate and lawyer, on behalf of all of us who believe in the combination of science and spirituality, I am Neil Tyson's lawyer on this one. Yeah, that's right. On behalf of my client, damn it, let's go.
Well, okay, so we got it. Like
in the Catholic,
that would have to be Mary Magdalene.
Okay,
but I'm thinking. Let me not go that
take
far.
him to a sex club.
Objection. Okay, that would have to be that's a hard assumption in the scientific world. I object to that. I need that to be stricken from the record.
But if he's the Messiah, what other woman was known to be?
Hey, according to him, his opening statement was, it's all imaginary. So he needs to keep his statements consistent. He cannot switch sides. Okay.
Conjecture, Your Honor, conjecture.
At the sex club.
Was that a sex club?
That's a sex club.
No.
Yes.
They were just dancing.
No, it's a sex club.
I
If you look behind and you looking deep
Your
in the
Honor, he's
background,
out of order.
they didn't allow him to show all of that.
Sexual references, he's out of order. He is out of order.
No. Because the fact is this. Once upon a time, there was something called Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, that wasn't necessary. I know. I'm just saying. We're not going to act like Sodom and Gomorrah just popped up at one period of time and it was nothing of any other record of anything like that. Maybe
Counsel, I'm gonna urge you to, as they say, don't tread where angels don't go, because this man done already said that religion is some made up shit. So what we're not gonna do is act like he discovered Sodom and Gomorrah. He don't know if Sodom and Gomorrah is real or not, so he shouldn't be talking about it.
Objection. First and foremost, I think we need to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and defer back to my client who wants to speak on his own behalf. Now, listen, please, prosecutor, I would ask that you allow my client the turn, his time to speak while he's on the stand. Thank you, Your Honor. If you may.
But it's a sex club.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mary Magdalene, right there.
And who's Morpheus?
Don't say nothing.
In the Christ mythology.
I know. I'm trying to.
He's the Baptist.
John the Baptist?
He's John the Baptist.
Oh snap! We getting in this.
Who's John the Baptist? I didn't hear, counsel. Can you repeat that, counsel?
Listen, Revelation. And I, John the Baptist, attest to the prophecies of this book that anybody who adds anything to this book, God shall add the plagues of the world unto thee. And I, John the Baptist, attest to the prophecies of this book that anybody who takes away anything from this book, your name will be taken away from the book of life, as in you are not to receive paradise. John the Baptist, Revelations.
Who was John the Baptist in the movie?
Hold on. Let's listen again.
All day, all night.
So who's Trinity?
Well, okay, so we got it like
in the Catholic.
That would have to be Mary Magdalene.
Okay,
but I'm thinking. Let me
she
not go
does
that
take
far.
him to a sex club. That's where they meet at the sex club.
Was that a sex club?
That's a sex club.
No.
Yes.
They were just dancing.
No, it's a.
Sodom and Gomorrah was the very, very first rip/strip club. Okay, all right.
So wait a minute. Jesus met
What?
a woman in Sodom and Gomorrah. Is that what he trying to say, Council?
What? Hold on. Listen. Hold on. Listen. Slow down. Ask the question again.
Yo, you sound like we arguing over there on North and Greenmount. Okay, that's where we at.
No. Listen, I'm trying to fix. Listen, because listen.
We at the courthouse on North Avenue right now.
Hey, lad. All right, so listen. All right, so now that we've removed ourselves from the courthouse in front of Patapsco, listen. This is what I'm gonna say. All right, we ain't around Patapsco no more. I'm trying to get you to understand that what my client is making very clear is that the subjects in this movie. Okay, so don't you know how they say we are? Oh, matter of fact, Your Honor. Okay, Sunkiss, you the judge. All right, Your Honor. Basically, in a nutshell, who my client is referring to is the same way, because we signed the affidavit that was saying that we will not put out the names of those who don't want to be known. So we defer to the statement of anonymous. So even though they called Trinity, Morpheus, and Neo, they're really talking about John the Baptist, the son of Mary, the Messiah. And they're also talking about Mary Magdalene. And I defer from there. Go ahead. I rest my case.
Your Honor, counsel is taking up a lot of space in this courtroom, but what he's failing to realize is that Mary Magdalene, in terms of her position in Jesus's life, is not something that his client has researched and found evidence of. And unless he wants to submit evidence in this court today.
Objection, Your Honor, I did. I found her name. That's all I need. Thank you.
Your Honor, I'll let him slide on this one because I know where he live at. It's okay.
You know what? We're going to get back to it. Let's go.
Looking deep in the background, they didn't allow them to show all of that, but it's a sex club.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mary Magdalene, right there.
And who's Morpheus? In the Christ mythology.
I know. I'm trying to.
He's the Baptist.
John the Baptist?
He's John the Baptist.
Oh, because John the Baptist knows Jesus is coming.
Yes, he knows who he is.
Boom. That's right. Mind blowing. That right there. Let's go.
Sets everything up.
And he's been looking for him.
Yeah, he's been looking for him.
And when he meets him, he goes, I'm supposed to be baptized by you.
I'm maxing everything out. I'm going to see what happens.
So, hold on. What's the baptism? Yeah, now hold on. Since we know so much, what's the baptism? Now we're going to figure this part out. Counsel, you'll get your moment. Let's go.
Where the video?
Oh shit. My bad. I forgot to pull it back up. I'm sorry, y'all. Here we go.
It's a visual sequencing. Okay. And it's all of it. And it's he's tried under Pontius Pilate.
Hold on, right here.
That's where they meet. At the sex club.
Was that a sex club?
That's a sex club.
No.
Yes.
Right there.
I'm supposed to be baptized by you. So that's who Morpheus is in the Christ mythology.
In the Christ.
But there's also mythology, Greek mythology.
Tell me.
There's, Morpheus is the Lord of Dream. He's the god of dream.
All right.
From Greek mythology, right? Persephone, who's in the second or third movie, who's played.
Now, this on that Greek mythology, I does that. I'm telling you right now, tread lightly, prosecutor, tread lightly.
By Monica Bellucci.
Mm-hmm.
The Oracle is Greek.
Yes, that's an actual oracle.
The Oracle is Greek.
Yeah.
Right?
Too bad we lost her before the second film.
Yeah.
She was really strong.
And for example, do you know like how they've multi-time put the Oracle into different movies, shows, games. Perfect example. God of War. Jeez, I need to remember his name. The one who he was fighting, that was the brother of three. It's
Aries?
No, not Aries. No. In God of War, he kept on fighting someone. And in there, what he did was he was trying to destroy him, but he couldn't. And the mother of that person, I'm going to get the name right now, and I'm just going to go back to the video. He couldn't kill him because he couldn't feel anything, right? Hold on. So in there, she's supposed to be the Oracle. So when he says in the Greek mythology, right here, this one right here. So this one right here, I already know it. Like as soon as I pull it up, like him right here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just go to it. Bow, him right here. So this one. So in there,
100 years dreaming of this moment. I rehearsed everything I ever wanted to say to you.
Balder. God, I had a brain fart. Balder.
Every word.
His mother is the Oracle in this game.
To make you understand exactly what you stole from me.
That's what people don't realize. It's many ways. Now, mind you, a lot of folks will say, no, that's not the case. No, it really is. Because the fact is that her position in that is the exact same as the actual Oracle. She is the one that always randomly pops up here and there for that mysterious wisdomatic moment. Yes, I did say wisdomatic. That is my word. I made it up and I'm going to get it copywritten. So let's get back to the video. What?
So,
what?
Okay. Let me say this. Okay, the whole idea of the Oracle, right, is not something. It's not brand new, right? And even though they're speaking of it in terms of the Greco-Roman, culture, the Oracle, precedes that culture. You understand? So again, so the idea that the movie or movies are, let's say, copying off of, the Bible and Catholicism or whatever the case may be, that's not true. Again, he has an issue with religion. I can take this outside the realm of religion and say, hey, if we can find this same concept beyond religion, beyond books, in people's culture that is written about, that is recorded, will he then submit that his original position, that he doesn't understand why religion exists, he was grifting? I'm gonna need him to admit that he was grifting. Can he do that?
Your Honor, if my client may please get back up on the bench, and if you would not mind to please ask the prosecution to stop badgering my client with sock and boppers. Give testimony. Thank you. I digress. My mic is muted. Let's get back to the video.
There's an element on the periodic table called niobium.
Is there?
Yes,
I
there
didn't know
is.
that.
Because there's
Pay very close attention, prosecution.
something about the colors that were sort of iridescent, radiant.
Okay.
And it's something about in the Greek legend,
right?
Niobe. I don't know the full story, but it would borrow that from Greek legend,
right?
Niobium.
So there's the Osiris, there's the Nebuchadnezzar.
Now watch this. Osiris. Ain't that something? Your Honor, the last time I checked, the prosecution tried to badger my witness by saying, why would you even try to talk to people and you don't believe in what is beyond the stars? And here it is, Your Honor. We have full evident proof, okay? I present Exhibit A, the example of Osiris being explained.
Your Honor, might I just add that his client is not explaining this. This is being explained to his client. His client, for all intents and purposes, do not believe in any of what is being said to him. You can look at his face as evidence that he does not believe Mr. Morpheus right here, no matter how hard his finger is being pointed at him.
Your Honor, My client actually has a very credible witness who has held a long-standing job at REI Camping Goods, and the collared shirt is his work shirt. That's not the point. Listen, this is a credible witness, and we are not going to have any of this sort of conflict inside of the courtroom today. So let's go ahead and get back to it.
Which is also biblical.
Yes, of course.
It's terrible.
It's also the size of a very large bottle of wine.
Nebuchadnezzar.
You tend to find it only in Champagne because that's when it's
Kingly.
a party.
It's kingly.
Yeah, it's a party for 30 people.
30 people.
And you just lean the bottle for
Nebuchadnezzar.
Okay.
Watch how we lead up to the Last Supper. Your Honor, I'm gonna tell you right now, this last part right here is going to be what absolutely definitely adjudicates my client from anything of any accusations of not being a real scientist that actually does believe. Okay, so apparently the accusations is my client does not even believe, but watch how my client actually proves this in this right here. I want you to check the police body cam footage. Let's go ahead and pull that up.
So there's there's the Gnosis, there's the Osiris.
Okay, so
Persephone.
I don't want to say mashup because that might undersell it. It's drawing from,
but it's drawing from all these traditions. It draws from Western tradition, spiritually, religiously, and Eastern tradition, spiritually, and philosophically as well.
Especially, because scenes are not just simple scenes. You know?
Now, prosecution, I would like to ask you if it's okay by the court. Thank you, Your Honor. Do you believe that there are actual real symbolic messages in movies that we see nowadays?
Counsel, symbolism is used to control everything. Media itself is symbolism.
Your Honor, can you please ask her to answer the question? It's a yes or no.
Please answer the question.
Yes, I believe in symbolism.
Okay, so if we are speaking about symbolism in this, I would like to know what exactly is the conflict in you recognizing that everything from Disney to Marvel, which is I think made by Disney as well. Anyway, Disney, Marvel, all of these things, why would there not be symbolism here? Prosecution.
Counsel, your client had made the opening statement of why is there a religion and made it clear that he felt that people who subscribe to religion, i.e. symbolism, are crazy in essence. So if he is now acknowledging that symbolism is utilized for more than just quote unquote religion, it actually goes into good storytelling when it comes to media and arts and all things that don't have anything to do with religion, then he has an issue. You have an issue, counsel, with your client being consistent in their statements.
Listen, okay, so I would just like to present to the court the fact of this, right? Listen, my client actually has been cleared of any and all previous charges. And what the prosecution is trying to do is bring up a juvenile record. Okay? Everything that the prosecution is speaking about is not even to be admitted to the court. It was put on stat docket when my client was 17. Look at his hair. Does that look like a 17-year-old?
Your Honor, objection, Your Honor.
Cases that are cases. You listen, Your Honor. The prosecution is trying to double jeopardy my client, and we will not have this.
Your Honor, this cannot be double jeopardy if the client if his client stated that right today.
They did everything that they needed to do. They went through the community service. They paid their restitution, and they went on ahead and gave a speech to the family. So we cannot bring up these cases now.
Your Honor, this man doesn't need any past cases brought up. Only what he has said today is enough to indict him and find him guilty of playing in my face.
Your Honor, may I please play the video?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I want to get back to the evidence to prove my client wrong. I mean, right. I'm innocent.
Think about him.
No.
What's going on here and why?
Right. Like when I saw the film for the first time, I had forgotten about all of that because we had to train so hard to get the physical stuff right.
Oh, yeah.
That I forgot about all of the philosophy and all of the sort of religious
But you come in and film
tenets
your scene and go back to the trailer.
It's
right?
it's not that simple. It's not that simple. It was a year of work, but so much of it was physical, and we had to work so hard to do that that I really forgot about the stuff that's in the dialogue. Like my favorite stuff is in that first encounter I have with him, and I'm asking him, "Do you know why you're here?"
You didn't
and
say
I'm saying,
"Do you know why you're here?" See,
and this has brought you to me, and that whole thing about, "Do you know what the Matrix is?" And I go, "It's all around us."
It's all around us. We all know that this world is spherical. Is that not a symbolism, prosecution, that possibly that is an indication that the world is round? And when they say it's all around us, the matrix is where we live. Do people not walk outside with virtual goggles on in the middle of traffic and just be waving at the air, about to be hit by cars? Are we not in the matrix?
Counsel, truth be told, I would answer you yes, but your client would, dare I say, question any reality that anyone has, because to him, if it's not his reality, he doesn't understand why it exists. So at this point, I would my suggestion, Your Honor, is for counsel's client to be admitted to one of our facilities.
Dismissal of all accusations, because obviously they're throwing shots because they know they're losing at this point. It's okay. We're just going to push play.
These are facts.
Yeah, yeah, and I ain't even mad at you. Because we will go there on that one. But I'm just push play. If you want me to go ahead, I'm gonna let it play for a few more minutes, and we're gonna get up out of here because we just about done. I ain't gonna let the whole thing play.
Feel it when you go to church and all that stuff.
Yeah,
that's my favorite stuff because it's it's really cryptic and it's really
and
scary
ethereal
and very scary.
And you have to deliver it that way, otherwise it's just a line.
Yeah, it's just a line. But
yeah, you have to live
that's some of
inside that
and
line.
I had forgotten about all that stuff that's in it, and even the stuff with like Joe Pants and the agents when he's talking to them and he's having the dinner.
Oh yes,
he's having his steak.
That's almost ASMR. Yeah. Okay, because he's eating the steak and he puts
he's eating it and he's like, I know this steak isn't real.
Yeah. But my mind
and I don't care
is telling me it.
And I would just like to add that is equivalent to the Last Supper, which a lot of people question. Was it even real? Huh? Yeah. Are you talking to me? Yeah, I am.
First of all, it doesn't matter if it's real or not. Again, this man's client is questioning the reality of religion when that on every corner there is a church, mosque, there is a synagogue, there is a temple, but he is questioning the reality that does religion exist. Religion is by definition tied to traditions that we can observe. But this scientist doesn't have the cojones to research what he's talking about. But he has a lot of money to have counsel. This is by far a waste of the community's time and precious energy. They could be praying for better scientists.
Okay. Listen, Your Honor, I would just like to say this, please, if it's okay. All right. Let me just say this, if it is okay. Wow. Let me just go ahead and switch this. Boom. There we go. I just want to let you know that the prosecution is cheating at this point. And I'm just gonna go ahead and let this play out. I do believe that we have proven our case. And I'm just going to let my client go ahead and finish this out. This right here was definitely a slam dunk. I actually had a harder time debating a flat earther. Go figure. Anyway. And we're going to go ahead and just play this, you know what I'm saying, last like 3 minutes of this segment. And we're going to end it off with some good comedy, y'all. We're just going to end it off with a nice little bit of laugh for like 5 minutes. And we're going to get up out of here. So let's rock out.
So we have a deal.
Oh, yeah. And I don't want to remember nothing. Nothing.
You
all
put me
that
back
stuff
in my
is,
body.
all that stuff is just, you know, it's fantastic.
Yeah. Every so that's the religious line through it, and no one doesn't love the idea of a savior. I mean, that's
right.
And a plausible savior, right? He didn't show up as Superman.
No.
Right?
No.
He had to find it in himself.
Exactly.
There's a lot of myth behind Superman supposing to be the savior, like God as well. It's a lot of, look up the Superman myth as well. It's a lot of lore behind biblical and what he does.
The way the Oracle had required of him.
Yeah. So that's why it's your favorite movie, because it reminds you of Jesus?
No.
Your Honor, I want us to take into note, I want that to be entered into the court. That is proof that my client does believe.
No, I respect storytelling.
Right.
And the stories that have outlived civil.
And the story of the Christ is indeed
a powerful
story.
There. It's very powerful.
Yeah.
Very powerful. So there's all of that. And then there's a few more things. Okay. They tossed in, it was a little bit, they stapled it on when the Oracle says, oh, watch out for that glass. And he says, what glass?
Oh, yeah.
And he turns around and it drops.
And he drops
and she says, that glass.
Yeah.
Now here's going to be eating your craw. Would you have done it if I didn't?
If you did, exactly.
Okay, it's one of these future, trying to avoid the future, make that future happen.
Sure.
So I thought that.
And in the word, it always speaks about, not always, but it has spoken about somehow or another, the prophetic theories as far as how there are a lot of things that are spoken about in the word. What do we say? It's the end of times. Why do we say it's the end of times? Because of what the word spoke about. Let's just be for real. Let's go.
Was unnecessary because the movie was already deep. And and that was almost cliche.
Sure.
I thought the movie was above that, but fine.
Okay. I liked it. I thought it was clever because of what they did, the way they set it up with the know thyself sign.
Oh,
above.
yeah. Right.
And they set it up with that. And also that she's grandma and she's baking cookies.
Yeah. No, it was a full.
Her baking cookies, and she's in the projects. Like
Yes.
she lives in the projects.
Those are the I don't know if people know that those are the projects.
But
did they have projects in Australia?
Well,
now that was the last piece right there. We're gonna go ahead and get to this video. This last little comedy piece. That's what I wanted to point out right there too. It is said that Australia is supposed to be a large part of what the original Pangea was, along with Africa. Africa, Asia, Australia is supposed to be the main key core parts of the original Pangea that still is of the largest mass form. Lola, what is your thoughts behind that as I pull this up?
Say that one more time.
Australia, Asia, Africa are the three main land masses that is the closest replication to the last original Pangea that we have. As far as like them being the largest land masses, remember what Pangea was. So that's really all it's referring to. It's like when we think about when the whole world was one big chunk, I guess the largest chunks masses would be like Africa, Australia, Asia.
I mean, all land masses on the planet is a remnant of that super continent. But keep in mind, we're talking about, Pangea. but there is a culture that there was a continent before Pangea. And keep in mind, we know how Pangea came together. Like, you see what I'm saying? And if the Earth was so old, I mean, sure, okay, fine. Like, yeah, like North America, the Americas, Africa, and Australia. These are your breakaways. These are your breakaways. But similarly, India broke away, but it recombined, as you see with the way at where it's pushing up the mountains right there. Like okay, that's the reality, but that doesn't mean that's the beginning of anything. But okay, I guess I don't understand the point reference there.
How do you feel about fairy tale movies as I pull this video up, like Twilight, Hobbit, Harry Potter, all of these type of movies? What's your thoughts on those? Like, do you think there's symbolism in those?
Harry Potter, of course, right? Of course. Harry Potter, Lord of the Ring, what's the other one? You see what I'm saying? Like all of them.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to have ourselves a wonderful evening. I thank all of you for pulling up. We're going to go ahead and rock out to this right here. All right. So let's see what a very, very wise Black scholar, this is a very wise Black scholar who has been speaking about this for quite some time. So let's go ahead and hear what he has to say when it comes to Harry Potter and the symbolism.
Yeah. I just turned 31. I'm single. I'm learning why I'm single, though. I know why I'm single. I was to ask one of y'all for a hug by now. I got on $200 cologne, bitch. Don't touch me. I'm learning for real, though. I'm learning big girls don't like me, and I don't get it. It's like, if you don't like me, but you don't like the man in the mirror. All my ass, they be acting bougie. I don't get it. Especially big girls lose a little bit of weight. They start acting different. Like, you went from left tackle to tight end. You still got a block, bitch. That's TJ Watt in front of you. You better hit that nigga then release. I don't know what the fuck you thought this was. Don't you just run no route around this motherfucker. You need to touch him and then release. 1,000, 2, 1,000. Some of y'all ain't want to laugh. What, y'all got fat friends y'all didn't bring to the show? That you... saying they get to acting different. They lose 15 pounds. Now they don't suck dick out. I can't come in the house, but you ain't never been in the house. Single. It take a different type of money to date now. These women don't even want you to spend the money on the date. They just want you to give it to them. And they want it now. Just, oh my God, do you got it or no? Like, damn, bitch, we at the ATM. Let me get the receipt. I knew this one girl I was fucking with ain't like me for real. She kept calling me by my Cash App name. I'd be like, Keisha, what's up? She be like, $sign Leonard, what's going on? Just don't $sign me. It's new age. It's different, man. The stuff women used to ask for used to be simple growing up. They wanted bills paid, and now they want you to do some whole different shit. I had a girl ask me with a straight face. She was like, you gonna pay to get my body done? Right. I was like, you think I'm gonna get your body done before I get my body done? Bitch, the best I can do is get a BBL together. Single, 31. Self-reflection is important. I know why I'm single.
I'm single because I was raised by women. Yeah, I got a lot of hoe in me. Oh, my ass. My daddy was in the Navy. He'd be gone out to sea 9 months out the year. So for 9 months at a time growing up, it'd be me, my mama, her homegirls, and brunch. They didn't turn me into one of the girls. It's stuff I like I'm not supposed to, like gossip. Boy, nothing like a blunt and some stories like, damn, so she said what? You gonna have to fuck her up. I'm telling you, gonna have to. Nothing like it. My mom died a few years ago. Yeah, it's all right. You ain't got all people. You know, we live, we die. That's how that shit go. People always want you to be sad when you say somebody died. I ain't got no more tears. I cried about my mama more when she was alive. Yeah, she was my first bully. Yeah, boy, Tasha was a mean one. She ain't never called me fat, but she knew all the synonyms. She'd be like, Leonard. I'd be like, yes, ma'am. Bring your chunky ass down here right now. My mom died from a rare neurological disease called moya moya. What moya moya does is it chokes off the arteries supplying the blood to your brain. So the doctor told us when she died, her brain was only operating on like 23% of the blood it was supposed to have. And that fucked me up because I got an iPhone. I'm like 23%. She was in the yellow. She got to close them apps and take a nap, nigga. I don't know what. You want to scroll or you want to breathe, bitch? I don't know what. Better cut that shit off when she hit a master reset in this month.
Hey, you know you're not.
We got my mama cremated. My daddy had money, but we ain't rich. Rich people do shit like bury $12,000 and don't dig it up later. They told us $12,000 for a casket. Yeah, go on, cut that oven on 350. Some baking powder, onion powder. I started putting together a recipe. Baking powder, onion powder. She like Bailey, throw some bay leaves in there. Got my mama cremated. We ain't do nothing fancy with her ashes neither. We regular people. We ain't do nothing fancy. That's rich white folk. Yeah, rich white folk died and their family members got to take a 72-day Mediterranean cruise and scatter their ashes on the third moonlight of every Tuesday. You seen the movies? It be in their will. Once I die, scatter my ashes off the coast of Jordan. We got my mama cremated and we put her ass in the closet next to a pair of Jordans. Size 13, Bernard. I like y'all. Y'all a little slow. My daddy ended up getting remarried. I wasn't mad he got remarried. This is how fast he did it, though. It was quick. He had this lady in the dugouts or something like that. My daddy got remarried so fast, we had the same food from the repast at the reception. Did that strike a chord? Y'all got fucked up families too. All right, enough damn mama stuff, y'all. I'm a Harry Potter fan. Y'all fuck with Harry Potter? Yeah. I hate when I tell people I like Harry Potter, they always ask me if I read the books. Like, I said I was a fan, not a virgin, nigga. Then they always want to ask, what house you think you would have been in? Gryffindor, Ravenclaw? Nah, I'd have been with the Black House. And everybody know the Black House and Harry Potter's the Weasleys. Oh my ass, that's a black family right there. It's 8 motherfuckers in one house, only one of them got a job. The 2 older kids and graduated won't move out. They selling illegal animals and shit. Motherfucker got a pit dragon. How you get a pit dragon? Harry Potter's my shit. We was in school with Harry for 12 years. This nigga never graduated. He got the senior year, blew the school up, and was like, all right, y'all, I'm gone. Hogwarts is such a fucking magical place. You don't even think about it. Hogwarts is the only school ever in the history of schools with co-ed dorms and nobody got pregnant. Oh my, that's the movie I wanted to see. Fuck the Half-Blood Prince. What we gonna do with the magical baby? That's the movie. What, Harry Potter and the abortion? Woo. What fucking potion you use on the... Drink it all, bitch. I can see the dragon foot. I'm drinking it. What spell you use though? Like for real, you got a magical baby, you gotta get rid of it. What you gonna do? Havana could. No, you gonna kill her too. You know, I don't want to kill the pussy. Hold on. I got one. Delete its fetus. I'm a weirdo, I know it. Harry Potter is my shit. 2 black people in the whole series. I get it though. You can't have black folk walk around Hogwarts. Not even for no like racist shit, just cause what you gonna call them? Cause you can't use black names. Cause after a while, black names start to sound like spells. Well, you imagine you in the hallway. Oh shit, there you go. Quantavious. Hey, y'all been cool, man. I'm ready to do this thing.
I'm sorry, that was just, yeah, that was a little different. No, but real talk though, I didn't realize it was a black family in the whole thing. Real talk though. So final thoughts, we get up out of here. We're just doing fine.
That was funny. That was funny. I'll just say, hey, I think I made my case. But it was good chilling with y'all. And Boss O'Shea, nigga, suck a bloody one, okay? At this point. You got it.
Are you serious?
So serious. I'm so
I ain't
serious.
mad at you, fam. So, oh man, you know what? I'm gonna do a continuation on that, and I'm gonna have to finish observing that at a later date. And I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, fam. What you got, son? Kiss, before we get up out of here. I'm about to this outro. Yeah, about to hit some dope
Thanks for having me up. Good show.
Hey, you already know what it is. You already know what it is. So what we're gonna do is we are going to have a very, very tranquil but like hood dope experience when it comes to the combination of when 2 black great minds combined. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and get to this outro because we are ending the show off on this. Respect to you all.
But you trying to meet your maker, darling. Oh, you running out of time, huh? But time ain't even real. You really don't know what you in a rush for. But you trying to meet your maker, darling. Know what you in a rush for. But you trying to meet your maker, darling. Know what you in a rush for. But you trying to meet your maker, darling. Oh, you running out of time, huh? But time ain't even real. You really need to change. But time ain't even real. You really need to change. But time ain't even real. You really need to change. But time ain't even real. You really need to change. It's all an illusion. Know what you in a rush for. But you trying to meet your maker, darling. Know what you in a rush for. Trying to meet your maker, darling. Know what you in a rush for. Trying to meet your maker, darling. Oh, you're running out of time, huh? But time ain't even real. You really need to change. But time ain't even real. You really need to change. But time ain't even real. You darling. Now what you in a rush for? Trying to meet your maker, darling. Now what you in a rush for? Trying to meet your maker, darling. Oh, you're running out of time. Time ain't even real. You really need to change. Time ain't even real. You really need to change. Time ain't even real. You really need to change. Time ain't even real. You really need to change. It's all an illusion. Now what you in a rush for? What you trying to meet your maker, darling? Oh, you running out of time. But time ain't even real. You really need to what you in a rush for? Trying to meet your maker, darling. Now what you in a rush for? Trying to meet your maker, darling. Now what you in a rush for? Trying to meet your maker, darling. Oh, you running out of time.